Welcome everyone to season 6, episode 14, the final episode.
Uh-huh. Yes. Episode 121.
121.
Yes.
121.
I love anything with a palindrome in it. So
There you go.
I'm all about 121.
Okay. Palindromes are fun.
Yes.
Radar, race car. There's a bunch of them.
I like the ones that are sentences like
Oh yeah.
like a man, a plan. Oh wait. A man, a plan, a canal, Panama.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does not make sense.
They're just fun. I guess I will leave it at that.
Palindromes are
You
fun.
know.
Palindromes are
Yeah,
fun.
yeah. I used to know like a bunch of them off the top of my head. I don't study them like I used to. So
Yeah, they're fun. My kids have like a whole book on palindromes, which is fun.
yeah,
It's awesome.
it's interesting once they find, especially like if they can come with like really complex ones.
Yeah.
I just looked up a couple. There's one. Mr. Owl ate my metal worm.
Oh,
See, there you go. That's a good one.
Or-
Mr.
That's
Owl
on
ate
note.
my metal worm. I gotta remember that one. Okay.
that's a good one.
Mr.
Yeah,
Owl
yeah, I
ate
like
my
that.
metal worm.
Yeah, that's fun. I like fun palindromes.
Fun with words.
Right.
On this episode of Away with Words on NPR.
Ooh.
You just remind me of that
Oh,
skit with sweaty balls.
Yeah.
On the SNL joint.
yeah.
What was that? Alec Baldwin.
All things considered on NPR.
All things considered. Dun, 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 dun,
I used to listen to a lot of NPR actually. I used to, because they used to have a couple of really good shows. I think they still have them.
They
had
have some good shows.
They had one. Away with Words is a show actually, and it's really good.
Yeah.
It's with what's the term for someone that studies words, like a lexicographer?
Etymology.
Or no, that's Origin Awards, and they do that as well. But these are like two dictionary writers, and they go through.
Oh, I know what show you're talking about. You're right, and it's a different
Yeah.
term, and I forgot.
Lexicographer, lexicographer,
Lexicography.
lexicography.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they go through the origins, they go through the etymology, but they also go through a bunch of different it's a fascinating thing, language.
I like how they explain like how like words have changed over time. It's such an evolving thing. So like, back in the day it had this meaning, but then it, evolved into this thing around this time. But its origins were because somebody used to wash people's feet with it or something like that. You're like, what? Okay, sure. Do what you do.
And then I mean, like even like phrases are fun. Like I enjoy learning like phrases. Like one of the phrases I learned just the other day, like barking up the wrong tree. So back when you used to hunt with dogs, a lot of times they would chase squirrels up a tree, but then the squirrel would jump from tree to a different tree, and the dog would literally be barking up the wrong tree because the squirrel
the wrong tree.
tree.
And raccoons. That was the other one. That was raccoons was the other one because that was the thing. Coon hunting. You go raccoon hunting.
Yeah.
And they would be barking up the wrong tree and realize a raccoon already jumped from one tree to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Exactly. Yep. So yeah. So let me think. How's everybody else doing? How's life?
I'm gonna preface the fact that I'm holding on to my voice, but I had to do performance evaluations on last week. And so I was like constantly having to talk with people. Luckily, I didn't have any confrontations this time, so I have to like raise my voice, which I have had to do in the past. But unfortunately, and my voice is just kind of half there. So I'm trying not to, push it to the extreme or anything, but it's going to kind of sound like this for most of the evening. So unfortunately, so the last say again.
You sound very chill.
Yeah.
Zen.
Okay, well, as long as I don't sound like I'm like hoarse or something, that's the thing I was trying to avoid. Luckily, hopefully some of this liquid medicine here will help. I don't I doubt it.
Yeah. Should be fun.
Yeah.
All right. We had all the snow that came through.
A little bit.
Uh-oh,
We lost tree.
Tree down.
Yeah, I
It's
could hear her
her
audio
internet.
starting to cut out, so I could tell that she was probably about to lose a little bit of connectivity.
Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Trees lagging. Yeah, I know. Trees just colors.
She's trying.
She's tree lagging.
She's trying her best.
She is.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can add her. Your camera's not on, but we can hear you.
We can hear her. Well, now she's muted.
Now she's muted. Technical difficulties.
No.
I don't know what to play for technical difficulties.
Oh, you gotta play
I need to have a technical
Yakety
difficulty.
Yakety Sax, the song that comes from Benny Hill. Yes,
I guess she's gonna try to reconfigure.
Come
back in. But anyway, we got a little bit of snow. It was nothing too. When I say a little bit of snow, I mean like not even like a dusting. It was a lot of ice. It was
it really wasn't that bad. I mean, neither weekend was really terribly bad. I mean, the sleet and stuff from the previous weekend,
right?
Made for a little bit of danger. Sure, I guess.
Right. Exactly.
But for us, not so bad. But I mean, parts of North Carolina got slammed. Yeah, so it's like north of us last weekend got slammed, and this weekend the south of us. So it's like we were like all right in the sweet spot. We got to avoid all the drama.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Ostentatious is back. Boom.
Hi. So
Here she is.
The new webcam camera in my laptop, and it just exploded.
Oh, exploded.
Okay. Oh no.
It's unexploded now, I think. I'll try not to put my drink over there so I don't touch it.
Gotcha. Well, what you should do is tell it not to do that. I hear that works.
Yeah, don't do that again, camera cord.
There you go. See? Works every time.
There you go.
They respond to threats.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Well, let's hop right into talking about Cosmere. Ready for chapter 54?
I didn't even pay attention to the chapter numbers. I just knew we were doing it out to the end. So I was like, I got no idea. You could tell me we're on chapter 27. I'd be like, okay.
Hear slight echo from Tree now. Sorry. You got some echoey. Got some echoey going on. Let's see. Let's see if that works. That might work. No, there's still an echo. Echo. This is gonna be a fun episode. All right. It went away. Oh, she muted.
Well, because she's muting herself. So
yeah.
And when in doubt, that's what I do too. I just kind of mute myself and start to say something.
There you go. Get some headphones.
That always works too.
That always works. That'll get rid of the echo.
Mm-hmm.
It's this new.
Because if a tree falls in the wood, does it make an echo? Is the question.
It is the question. So, yeah, it's always fun when you have new technology and you're trying it out for the first time.
Yeah.
I got her a webcam, so she's not pixelated anymore. But now she has to troubleshoot all the settings with it.
Oh yeah.
Because I think that has a microphone on it, so it might be picking up stuff.
Oh, it's got a. That's right. Nowadays they don't make cameras without microphones,
and they're not good microphones.
Yeah, so it might be trying to use that. But I feel like the camera, the mic that's in the cameras nowadays is probably better than the built-in mics that come in your device, like your laptop and stuff.
I don't know. It depends.
Maybe it's just me. I've had incredible luck with the microphones on my cameras. Now I'm not using one for this. I don't use the mic that I use for work. I just kind of use this big boy here. I don't know why I just do that. Mainly so I do that so I don't have to actually talk loudly. I don't care when I'm at work. I don't care if I'm loud because I'm like pretty much the only person in the house. But it's like later in the evening, I just feel bad about like getting really loud. So I figure I'll use the mic this close.
Yeah.
How's it coming, Tree? Can you hear us? No.
Can't hear us? Okay.
Oh, no.
This is going to be a fun episode. Oh, you can hear us. That sounded like excitement.
I think I got it.
Okay. Figured it out.
Look at you.
Yes. Am I good still?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
No
we
echo.
can hear you just fine.
You sound great. Alondo out there.
Yeah, I know. We probably should have worked on setting that up a little bit earlier, but I was a little bit late listening to the chapters and had about 3 minutes to spare. So.
It's all good.
Look at you getting it in right under a wire. That's all right, though.
No, I wanted it to all be super fresh.
Yeah, as for me and my outfit, let's pretend that I wore it because it's the last episode of the book, but really it's just a coincidence.
Well, you look good.
Sounds
Alondo.
good to me.
Thank you. And I'm representing too because I'm wearing my AC Milan pins. I'm representing my soccer club.
All right.
Hey,
there you go. All right. Chapter 54. All right. So we're bouncing around all different characters. So just buckle up. This is just going to be a craziness shit show.
You talk about some perspective jumping.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
just like
enough to make you get whiplash.
Yeah. All right. So Vinna is asking around about the war in the street. That's how we start. And this one guy is Tuft is his name. And he doesn't volunteer anything until she gives him a bright handkerchief. And he's like, all right. And ask about the disturbances related to the Awakeners. And she's directed to the 3rd dock of the slums and the buildings near the wharf.
I don't want to gloss over this interaction too much because there was some good stuff here, where this is somebody that she kind of had to relent and give up alleys to.
Right. Yes.
So there was like a little power play going on. That's number one. Number two, he was like, you were a spy, basically. You out here acting like you're one of us, but really you're the aristocracy. And I was, waiting to hear what her comeback was going to be to that. And her response to that was to say, no, if I really wanted to, know what you're going through, know the plight and the struggle you're going through, I had to live like you. I couldn't just hear about it. I had to experience it. And it really disarms him.
Yeah.
And I just found, the reason why I'm bringing it up is because it was a very short, little interaction. A lot happened in that very short interaction. And I was like, this is really well written. So I just wanted to give some kudos there where it deserved it because, you could have taken literally that little interaction. You know how people talk about these 2-sentence stories or something like that?
Oh, sure.
You could have taken an interaction, not knowing anything about the book before that or after that, and literally made a short story out of it. That's how well it was done. So anyway, I just wanted to give kudos to that. So, well done, Brandon Sanderson. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Well, it's a short little interaction, and then we flash to Vasher. Because he's surprised to find it's already morning. He's been beaten to a pulp, and been tortured. And of course,
lemon juice.
Like any proper Bond villain,
juice,
Jim has to stop torturing to do his monologues, and and the only way to escape is this most easiest way in the entire world. If you're just flicking that switch over there, as I talk for hours about.
You expect me to talk? No, I expect you to die. But you can tell he's been through the torture thing a few times.
Yeah.
Not that it makes it easy, but on him. I mean, you're still being tortured, but he's like, oh yeah, it's that here comes that torturing again,
Torture. That's a good idea.
In
the movie. Torture. That's a good idea.
Wait, you said this from a movie?
Yeah, it's from a movie. It's also sampled in a song, but it's from a movie originally.
Oh, really? Okay, don't know that. You got me on that.
You've seen this movie, Mr. Pink.
Ooh.
Mr. Pink. Huh? Mr. Pink.
That's from Reservoir Dogs?
It's from Reservoir Dogs. Right in the scene.
Is that said by Michael Madsen's character?
Yeah, when the Stuck in the Middle with You song.
In the scene? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
He's like, are you going to torture me? Torture you. That's a good idea.
Oh, wow. You know what? So you have to say it in the right inflection, and now I hear it.
Yeah, now you hear
it. But when you said it initially, it didn't click. But yes, you're absolutely right.
Are you going to torture me or something? Torture you. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Michael Madsen. Yes.
With you. Yeah.
Man, what a creepy freaking scene, though, man.
Yeah.
Talk about torturers watching that scene.
Yeah. True. Yeah. Anyways, Vasher then, he observes that there might be some good still left in Denth. but then goes back to torturing him. He Vasher's, I guess maybe that's a little hope.
I didn't get that, by the way. Why would you think there's good left in him? I mean,
well, they've been friends for a really long time before they weren't, but
I feel like that was a really naive thing to think that.
Yeah.
I mean, because these are not guys we obviously know, as we talked about last week, I think it was, we've figured out hundreds of years old. Yeah. We figured out that one hundreds of years old, and that the sister is hundreds of years old. That means Dent has got to be hundreds of years old.
Right.
You're set in your ways at this point in time. You're not like, I could be persuaded. You have probably seen everything. You have probably done everything, and you've chosen a path. And you said, I'm on this path of half evil. And
Vasher had hope.
Oh, get out of here with that nonsense. Get out of here, Tree.
Hope.
Stop. No. You got that bug now too? Oh no.
I always have that bug.
You got that bug? Oh no. There are no shots for that.
Yeah. Yeah. They have a medical procedure for that. It's called lobotomy. No,
lobotomy? Appendectomy is what it's called.
All right. And there's just Ciri. Ciri's being pulled through the palace because at this point she's with is it this is Trilody's now. The priests are pulling her. It's just Bluefinger hasn't come in yet. But she realizes someone's attacking the palace. She doesn't really know what's going on, and she's still really suspicious of the priests, and thinks like, they're out to get them and trying to do bad. So she's not really going along with this. And Sebron can't talk. There's no time to write. And they're kind of just being pulled from one place to the next place to the next place. And they run into Bluefingers. Yeah. And yeah, they're planning to go through the back exit when Bluefingers appears. It's like, yeah, no, that's not the way to go. I know the way to go. You have to come with me. And yes, they start to go, try to escape. But seriously,
she feels like she's kind of being saved, sort of.
Yeah.
In this moment, she's still like really disoriented by all this actions, chaos. But
then she stops and thinks about what Lightsong had said to her. That like, don't be, overly flamboyant. Don't make yourself known. But at the same time, don't be too coy, because if you're too coy, then people suspect you. Just be as average as possible. And I was just thinking about that. He's like, wait, they would know how to do that too. Like, Bluefingers is that. And then she looks around, she realizes it's all Pawn Call people that are attacking. And she's like, wait, Bluefingers is Pawn Call. Wait, you. And he's just like, I gotta run.
Yeah. He puts it together. They've done a really good job of kind of downplaying the change in appearance. I mean, the change in skin tone,
right?
And differentiation. I guess we'll just call it, complexion,
right?
And not really making it super obvious that you can like tell there's like factions within the priesthood,
right? Yeah.
And the servants, etc.
Right.
I think that'd be something that'd be interesting to pick up on a reread to see how many times it's actually mentioned,
right?
Or brought to your attention.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some things I did pick up on in the book, and I was like, okay, you're trying to be subtle, but I picked up on this. The complexion thing, I didn't really get a feeling for the numbers, only because it's like sometimes I didn't know if it was explicitly said versus it being like,
sure,
just an implicit thing where you just assume, they're all the same. So, yep.
Cool. Got anything to add, Tree?
No.
Okay. I thought you were about to say, it looked like you were about to say.
I really just want to listen to Alondo go through it all.
I can tell that she really wants to see how much I was like surprised and dum and all that kind of stuff. So I can tell that's what she wants. I know she wants that from me right now, so I'm gonna give it to her.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm giving what she wants. I'm gonna tell her all the things. I'm gonna tell her about the things I was surprised by and the things I was not surprised by.
Yeah.
So yep.
Sounds good. Well, yeah, so, Bluefingers runs away, and she turns to the priest and said, yeah, it's a trap. Bluefingers is leading us to some kind of ambush. Let's just
see, you can't not have that gif, Alan. Come on. It's a trap gif with Admiral Akbar.
I know.
It's a trap. Come on,
Yeah,
Alan.
you really don't have that? I could have sworn you
What?
did.
That one, I feel like you had it, man.
Yeah, we need that for so many things.
It comes up so much that it's a trap joint. Oh,
Alan, you got homework.
there's a trap. You know, he's like in the little cactus chair and he turns around. It's a trap. Oh, man. I swear, Alan, I feel like you had it, man. There's no way you don't have that.
Hold on.
I think you lost it behind the wrong button or something over there.
Hold on. Just keep talking. It's coming.
Hold up.
I can get it pretty fast. It takes a second. I got to download the clip, upload the clip, do the thing.
I didn't want you to like. We don't want you to have to install it.
I can multitask.
Like
Tree, take the wheel.
Take the wheel, Tree.
Oh boy.
Sure.
Okay.
So where were we? So we're still running through hallways.
We're running away. Decide to go through the front entrance instead.
Okay, they run through the front entrance. I'm trying to remember sequentially because a lot of stuff happens here, right? So then does she get reunited with Sebron at this point in time?
She's with. That's the beginning of this chapter. Yeah, so Sebron's there.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's being pulled along by his priests,
right?
As well. Yeah.
Right. So. And of course, now she's kind of saying, okay, well, you know, the Pancall are the ones who are like the conspiracists here,
right?
You know, putting things together. But she's still wary about all of it, though. You know,
100%.
And is this when the lifeless come in?
Yeah, that's the later section.
That's a little bit later.
Because
we have enemy ships in sector 47. It's a trap.
It is.
That's what I can do on short notice. All right,
and we'll take it. We will take it, sir. Yes.
She runs away, doesn't she? And then she meets up with the other people. Not Bluefingers, the other one.
Trilody's but she's already with Trilody's. So Trilody's and Bluefingers.
Right, she's with Trilody's. Yeah.
They're the same person, aren't they? I always confuse them.
No, Trilody's is a different person.
Trilody's and Bluefingers are they're two different.
Trilody's
they are? Oh my god.
Trilody's is the dude that's like
Bluefingers is
it's the scribe who's always
he's the one that's been kind of sitting in the background, making it seem like he's like her friend the whole book. And Trilody's has been the guy who's like telling her, you better, you know, get your pregnancy on and all that kind of stuff and do the thing. And, you know, you better get that hump on and all this. And that's him. So, you know, if you were going to think which one of them is going to be the betrayer, obviously, you know, you're flagging Trilody's the whole time. Like, oh, he's the evil one. Right. Whereas, you know, I mean, like Light Song said, you know, the one to worry about is the one that's kind of like the meek middle ground person, right? The one who just kind of doesn't keeps his head down, you know, try not to make a scene. I mean, look, if you're going to try to do something like, you know, evil, I mean, the best thing to do is not show your hand until the very last second. So obviously he's done a really good job of that, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So then after this, we flash back to Ravenna and, you know, she finds the location that the beggar mentioned and hears a little voice in her head. Like, hey, I feel your presence.
Oh, that's right. There we go. That's right.
I'm here. Come find me. I'm here. And she starts looking around and sees like smoke coming out of like one of the buildings. She's like, okay. So goes and gets Nightblood. It's like, yay, we're back together again. And Nightblood says, yeah, Vasher was going to rescue your sister, but you know, Denth got to him. But he uses the real names or whatever, and she's like, I don't know who these people are. And oh yeah, I think you know about Denth. You know.
I feel bad for the little.
Denth threw me in the water. He used to like me so much. I don't know why he did that. We used to be friends.
Yeah. Right. And then you know, of course I'm thinking to myself, what happened? Little fisherman from last episode, poor dude. Well, not poor dude, because he was weighing down bodies, but still, I mean, you know, little crazy dude, you know, thinks the sea talks to him and everything.
$20 is $20, Alondo. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, So this she takes night blood, of course, and goes back to head towards the court of gods with night blood. And we come back to her later. So yeah.
Okay, so this isn't we don't see the conflict with her trying to get into the court and everything.
That's later because we go.
That happens like okay, I got it.
Now we go to Light Song. It's ping pong
again
all over the place.
This is Whiplash, so I cannot remember which parts happen where. I just know generally what happens with certain characters, but I forget that.
Yeah,
man, these quick cuts and stuff it's like a freaking Jason Bourne movie, you know.
It's a lot. So Light Song is mourning Blushweaver and just asking what the point of godhood is, and Lyomar interrupts him when Light Song starts getting like self-deprecating. He's like, "I'm just a coward," and that's when he's like, "No, you're not. Let me tell you what you were before you returned."
This was interesting because it really is a complete 180 from the way he was interacting with him last chapter.
Well, now it's lost all hope. So it's just like, listen, hey, listen, I know you always got me in trouble and things like that, but at the same time, like at the end of the day,
he was lashing out. But then, of course, now you realize he was just lashing out at him,
right?
Because he couldn't be angry at anybody in particular,
right?
He's angry. He got caught up in this thing, but the only person he could lash out at was the person who's next to him, which is Lightsong.
Who is his brother?
Who was his brother? And he's like, I'm mad at you because you're just here to receive my yelling, essentially. But now we're into, let's talk about the real, as they went down.
You always see in your visions was my daughter, and you saved her life.
Yeah.
Like, it died saving her life, and then it was returned.
Right.
It was your favorite.
And of course, that was the missing piece where I brought that question up last time. I was like, okay, great. We hear about how, they were running around, making it seem like they were just got into trouble and stuff all the time. But I was like, why did that mean he had to serve him in his godhood? There's no, requirement of her up until now that said he had to serve in that capacity.
Right.
That was the question. I really wasn't. It wasn't clicking, so I'm glad that this is all, of course, getting explained now.
Right, and it gets explained. I mean, it makes perfect sense after all this, like why all of it is.
But last episode, I was like, this isn't adding up. I was like, there's something that's missing here.
Although, if I went to go work for my brother who didn't know me anymore and he just called me Scoot all the time, I don't know if I could keep a straight face that long as a brother.
Right, to keep a straight face, man.
Listen, you don't call me names.
But even just not to divulge things. Forget all of that, the whole, brother, everything. If my brother died saving my child,
right?
You don't think there's like something I would do at some point in time to just be like breaking down and being like, no, you are special. You are like,
right.
Special beyond special. The fact he didn't even divulge any of that is pretty impressive.
True. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just me or all those Amazon Fire remotes built to get dropped on the ground. I don't know what that. I'm sorry. I'm reading the chat, but I don't know what that has to do with.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Amazon Fire
remote. Trying to see if I can brighten up my screen a little bit. Did that help?
No, you still look dark. Oh, you look. Are you trying to brighten your screen to cast more light on your face?
Yeah, just.
Yeah. You're
fine. Oh, okay.
Making it worse.
No. It's fine.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna call it Podcast After Dark.
But you definitely see our pores now.
there you go.
I don't want to see your pores.
Anyway, so that's it for this chapter. We end with just Lymar telling him why he views Lightsong as a god and the whole backstory. And so, and we go to chapter 55.
Okay.
All right. Chapter 55 starts with Ciri and the God King and the party of priests, and they're trying to make their way out of the city and out of the temple or fortress or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where Trelades finally comes clean because they're like, "Why are you trying to save us? You're just trying to kill us anyway." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, because you're just gonna have another kid, and then you're gonna kill us because you need to kill us. He goes, no, that's not how any of this works. Who told you that? No, we wouldn't kill you. Like, that's not how this, like, yes, you cannot have a baby with, like, no return can have kids. That's we don't know how the originals did it, but you guys, so the God King doesn't. But as soon as another infant is returned, we know it's time to give it up. So we just take all their breaths and give it to the new kid, and let them live their life in solitude or seclusion somewhere. We don't kill anybody. Like, that's not our way.
Yeah,
I assume
at least
when
they
they
test half of it, right? There is another baby.
They got that part.
yeah, that part they got right. The thing I was questioning though is like, what happens to the wife? Does the wife like the God King and they go off together, or they get separated? Do they not have to consummate anything? Because that's all bullshit, obviously. That part I still don't quite get the logic of.
Well, she kind of calls him out on some of it, and he's like, don't question our faith. This is the way it works. This is the way we do things.
Yeah, there's a bunch of questions still, but
and I think
they never get answered. I mean, it doesn't get answered in the book, so I'm not really stressing.
I think what it comes down to is dogma.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, that's nice. Well, I was saying it's our second Kevin Smith reference. That's just, I'm sorry, Kevin Smith versus Quentin Tarantino. My bad.
No.
Yeah.
Different actors.
Yeah. But I love that movie so much. Dogma is like the best.
I hear they're making a second one. I don't know. I'm not too happy about that.
You should please try to make a sequel to everything. And sometimes it's just like, stop, dude.
Clerks 2 is a special
Clerks 2 was good. I will die on that hill. Clerks 3 got real kind of dark.
Yeah, I didn't like Clerks 3. Clerks 2 was good.
Clerks 2 was great. Rosario Dawson, of course. You
never seen Clerks?
I've seen it, but it's been so long, and I don't think I've seen the third one.
Yeah, the third one. The third one's
and white, right?
No, the first one's black and white. The second one and the second and third one are in color. The second one, they're at the restaurant.
Yeah,
the fast food restaurant.
Right.
And the third one, they return back to the
convenience store,
the quick stop, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
and
with Jay,
it's a lot of fan service in the third one. A lot of return characters. Everybody shows up. That was, in the whole deal.
Funny story about Jay.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Jason Mewes, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. So my neighbor who lives like 2 doors down from me over there, he made a B horror movie, and Jason Mewes was the lead actor in it. So Jay from Jay and Silent Bob was his lead actor. It was a B horror movie. I mean,
those guys would be in anything if you ask them.
Yeah. So he was.
I mean,
the lead actor.
Yeah, I have friends that have actually gotten Kevin Smith to star in like little like promos and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's insane.
What's the name of
I feel like I am this close to. I mean, if I wanted to like reach out to Kevin Smith, like I'm gonna have too many people that I know that I can be like, hey, what's you just put me in touch with him?
What's the site where you can like hire celebrities to like make stuff for you?
Oh, is that thing still run?
I don't know.
I always wondered about that. Yeah, the site where you could go and you could have like Samuel Jackson like give you like a birthday greeting and all that kind of stuff.
There's so Sean Astin from Samwise
Goonies and all the things,
and Samwise Gamgee. He was on there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? It
doesn't make a difference. If you want to know, just go Google it.
Daniel Green hired him to do a whole letter to another YouTuber about the word undulating, because she did a whole entire rant about how much she just cringes with the word undulating, how fantasy writers use the word undulating all the time, and she thinks it's like moist to some people. To her, it was a hard so. Got Sean Astin, who her favorite character ever was Samwise Gamgee from Lord of the Rings, to send an entire video to her, just saying like undulating like 80 times in the video. like next level trolling. Like
that's a troll on troll. That's a troll on troll. Yeah.
Like you're my favorite.
Look, I say that that's trolling, but literally that happens in Barney Stinson in How I Met Your Mother. They have that play episode. Lily's doing that play. And he just has a whole act, and he just sits there on the stage. He just says, "Moist."
Cameo.
Moist.
It's called Cameo. That's the name of the website.
Oh, that's right. I forgot if that's the name because every time I hear Cameo, I think about that song "Word Up." A word up.
I'm on it right now. So you can hire. Oh, you can hire Kevin from The Office.
You got to
Yeah,
Word up.
Kevin from The Office. You can hire. You can hire Shooter McGavin. He's on here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you want to do that,
Chuck Norris is on here. You can get Chuck Norris to do a video for you. That's.
I mean, I guess that's great if there was like for example, I mean, I have certain people in my life that I'm like huge super fan of. I have had the pleasure of meeting them. They've signed stuff for me,
sure.
all the things. That is all I need. I guess if I had not gotten those opportunities, I probably would appreciate something like that.
I mean, if you're doing it for comedy, I think it'd be fun. I don't know. I mean, I guess if people like are super like into something,
as long as they're in on the joke and it's a joke, you know what I'm saying? Like the undulation thing, I guess, you know, it kind of rides the line a little bit, but hey, you know, you do what you do. Yeah.
Anyways, where were we? Okay, so Trilodes, he's talking about how the God succession works, God King succession. Yeah, and she's like, well, how does the breath thing work? And she's like, I'm not going to tell you everything. It's just, you know, the God King, you know, and she asked about the tongue. Why'd you cut his tongue out? It's like, well, we can't risk him giving away all that breath. Like he is the vessel that that stores it. Like the purpose is not for him to use it; it's to be a vessel. So,
and we never learn how it can be transferred.
We get a glimpse of
it. It is kind of.
Well, no. They do explain later on that they can do controls without speaking.
Yes.
But they hadn't taught him yet. But that's like a couple of chapters.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain the transfer, though. How do you transfer? How does the God King transfer breath from themselves?
Well, there is a command. It's in itself a command. So you could essentially
So then they get to a point where they can telepathically say, I'm going to transfer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we see this happen, but I'll get to that part.
Okay, yeah, we're going to get to that because I kind of feel like there's another Doughboy plot hole.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
So at this point, they're running. They run right into some lifeless. And they turn to try to go out the other door, and there's lifeless at that door. Then they go back to the other door, and it opens up, and there's blue fingers with lifeless. And the priests go to try to defend them and get just annihilated.
This was so brutal.
Other than the death, it sounded like a Scooby-Doo trope, you know, where it's like, oh no, there's monsters in that hole. Let's go down this door. Oh no, there's monsters there too.
Yeah.
And then it's like they open the door, and it's like, but these priests giving their lives, though, brutal. That
for
is
like a
brutal.
couple seconds.
I mean,
to
what end? It's like they do not slow up anything. I mean, they're basically just going down like just. You might as well just be in like, you know, feathers getting swatted in the wind at that point in time.
I was thinking spitballs, shooting spitballs at this army.
Yeah, I mean. Again, they not nearly effective at all. But of course, they do it for their faith, you know. So
it was really sad. I don't know if I'd be able to watch that on the screen when, you know, Apple does it.
Yep. And well, I don't know if Apple's going to do Warbreaker. I guess they bought the rights to all of.
It's all Cosmere. So
do the whole Cosmere.
The whole Cosmere, all of it.
The whole Cosmere.
Yeah.
So I know they're doing.
There's connections, Alan, to this that are bigger.
Well, I know that. I know
too.
But yeah,
but I do.
There's a lot of connections to Warbreaker and the Cosmere. We'll get to a lot of those later. But yes. And then yeah, I guess they're gonna start the Mistborn movies, and then do the Stormlight TV show. What did you say?
I'm okay with that. They start with Mistborn.
Yeah, it's a good place to start. After this, we switch to Vivenna. Vivenna is asking the guards to enter the court of guards. And they're like, no. So
she's like, check my breaths. I got privilege, homie.
Yeah. And they're like, nope, no one's allowed in. So, but Nightblood's is like, hey, go over there. And he sneaks in. He's like, yeah, you guys are so bad at this, like sneaky stuff.
And you see, he's like, do what he did.
Yeah.
He went around the side.
Yeah. But she gets spotted. And then Nightblood's like, come on, just draw me. But instead, she just throws the blade at the guards. Uses
You said that. I just kept thinking, draw me like one of your French girls.
pictures. Yeah.
Draw me like one of your
Obviously,
French
it's different kind of
girls.
drawing, but
Oh man.
that's where my brain went.
Having just watched
Draw me.
I just watched the Leo DiCaprio movie yesterday. I watched that one
What
battle
movie?
after the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, so it's funny you bring that up. Another Leo reference in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry.
But
Anyway,
She throws
continue.
the sword instead. And of course, Nightblood just starts killing people left and right.
Here I go killing again.
Here it goes killing again.
Yep.
Man, that episode
Bigfoot,
came on like
Strombopoulos.
right after our last recording. I went, turned on the TV. What episode is on Adult Swim? And I was like,
Which one was
here
it?
I go kill it
Yay.
again.
Oh, here.
Yes, Michael Crumbopoulos. And I was like,
Here I go killing again.
I was like, we quote that thing verbatim. I mean, I watched that thing and we quoted verbatim. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought you were about to tell us
We
you
need
started
that
watching
too,
Arcane.
Alan.
Yeah, I need that one too.
yeah, that's
No,
when we talked about for
After
like,
surgery, right?
huh?
Arcane. You're gonna start after you recover.
So I've been wondering though, is it something where I have to read subtitles? Is it a good thing for me to be able to read subtitles?
No,
and
but you need to see good to see the
if there's like a
artwork.
lot of text, because I was talking to the surgeon today and he was like, yeah, you can watch TV. He's like, but if there's a lot of detail, he's like, you're not going to be able to see much of anything because my
Okay.
eyesight in one eye is going to be near perfect eyesight and the other eye is going to be like terrible. He's like, you can't do like he's like, do not do the thing where you like have like one lens is missing and one is in. He was like, do not do that. He's like, it'll make things worse. So I'll just have to suffer. But it means I won't be able to read anything. So I don't know if it's got like a bunch of text and stuff. Then
A lot of text, but there's a lot of
No,
detail.
it has a lot of
It's really
tiny
pretty.
details
It's
and like
pretty.
facial expressions.
okay. I
It is
mean, then it
pretty.
may
I
not
think
be
you should just
good
wait.
because it's
Yeah,
a
I
new
think you just wait.
universe. Yeah, if it was something where like it was like a season 2 and I had already watched season 1, it'd probably be okay. But at first go, probably not. Good look. So
Yeah, probably not.
okay.
So yeah, so Nightblood goes off killing. And Ravenna is able to, I guess, move. Ravenna is able to continue on. And then she gets all her what is it? Her awakening to start climbing.
Yeah, she's
up.
using awakening with the I want to say tapestries. It's not tapestries, but whatever she's using.
Yeah, like her cloak or something. Yeah,
Yeah, something like that. She's
That's
using
not
it to like
close.
go up the wall essentially. So she's kind of getting there. I mean, she's stumbling her way through her capabilities.
She is.
Yeah.
It's
It
working.
sounded like a miscloak to me. Like they have like
But-
long tassels that they used to grab things, and for me, that in my brain it kind of went miscloak.
It mixes
Even
with
though those aren't
Yeah.
tassels.
it mixes with
Long
Doctor Strange. Little Doctor
Yeah,
Strange
Yeah,
Doctor
vibes
Strange.
going on.
Doctor
Doctor Strange. Yeah, the that cloak. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, goes and just kills things.
I have to watch Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Yep. All right. And then she goes back to. We go back to Light Song. And Light Songs.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
Oh,
No, Light Song's not saying that, but I got it.
with
Thank
the
you for
clutch.
that early
With
birthday
the
gift,
clutch. Alan's got 2 clutch moves today, people. That's the reason why he's the
Yay.
MVP. He's the
Oh
MVP.
boy. Here I go
He
killing
brought
it.
up the 2. He brought up the 2. Woo! It's a trap.
What
It's-
during
oh,
Stern
oh
Stream.
boy. Here I go killing
Try-
again.
Trying to
Yeah,
trying to
Not
that's why I'm like trying to slow
wrong.
my words. I'm
Yeah.
trying to run a
Camera.
podcast while downloading and uploading, and I need to stop.
Look,
All right,
Alan, I'm just saying though, man. Look, you got it in on the last episode. Automatic win, sir.
all right, there you go.
Automatic win. Well done.
We'll be able to use it again.
We'll need both of those again.
Oh, I'm sure.
We'll need them again. So
I feel like this is like the subtext of a lot of Brandon Sanderson's books. I guarantee you're going to use it again.
Yeah.
It's a trap, and here I go kill it again.
And here I go kill it again. But we'll get used.
Yep. So we switch back to Light Song, and he's just trying to absorb everything that's happened. And this is where he puts two and two together and realizes that all the priests are actually all Pankal. And he's like,
all right,
wait a second. Yeah. So
I can't remember what was the thing that triggered his epiphany about that.
I think he just looked around the room and just realized that they're
color.
all skin color.
He picked up on their subtle.
Is that what it was? The subtleness of the fact that they all aligned in terms of like the complexion. Okay,
Yeah,
got it. Okay,
and that's a really short little whiplash, and then goes right back to Siri, who is trying to get information out of Bluefingers as they're being led down the hall, and he's just like, yeah. So he's pretty much just like the evil villain again, explaining his entire plot on what and how everything's going down, and how, as a small country, this is the best way is to set a war between these other two countries, and that lets them just kind of slowly back out and become their own country again and get under the oppression of Haldrian.
He is doing that, but at least he's not monologuing though.
No.
She's asking him a bunch of questions because she's trying to do whatever she can to persuade him or stall him or whatever. So she's kind of the one triggering these conversations.
True.
Yeah. So I just want to. I don't want to make it seem like he's like monologuing, like Syndrome and like Incredibles. He's like, you got me monologuing again.
Yeah. But yeah, telling all the stuff about that, and then just and the plot to kill the God King and kill her.
Yeah.
Explains all that, saying this is how we really get the war going, because then they're going to blame each other for the death of the queen and the future heir.
Yep.
She's like, but I'm not even pregnant. It's like, it doesn't matter. Everybody thinks you are.
Everybody thinks you are. Yep. So it's like a crazy double false flag, essentially.
Yeah.
To get them to fight each other.
Right.
I mean, it's a pretty convoluted.
It is.
Plot, which unfortunately I see like a lot of like things where I'm like, it's a little far-fetched as to how this all unfolded. I mean, and that it's actually working, but
well, then also, I mean, I guess the dedication of this, they've given the passphrases only to a handful of priests. Their orders are to give the command to attack Idris and then kill themselves, so no one can actually stop it.
So, I mean, okay. This is the part that I'm still not sure I quite understand. Their meekness is the reason why they've been subjugated.
Right.
They don't want to be subjugated anymore, so they continue to exploit their being perceived as meek.
Right.
But then at the end, they just are like really resolved about their like cause, and they're like, we're all for this cause and we're all behind it. And I'm like, well, if they have that type of strength of will, then how did they get into a position of subservience in the first place? So that's the part I still, because what was the rebellion before that? Mm-hmm. I didn't get that. I don't remember that being like really talked about earlier in the book. So so that part is just
the Pankar rebellion or what?
The Pankar. I'm just trying to understand if they have the spirit of rebellion and they've always wanted to escape this oppressive situation that they're in.
Right.
Why over hundreds of years has there not been another attempt by them? Why did they wait until this point in time? And then this is the part that's really sticking with me as a plot point. Who was the catalyst to get them all motivated to do this? I mean, they're not really solidified around any one particular person.
Yeah.
And there has to be a motivator because they've been in this situation for hundreds of years. I really feel like that's just a part that's kind of missing. Like, who was the leader that radicalized them to say, go out here, let's...
Their Kelsier.
Mr. Kelsier.
Right. Thank you, Tree. That is exactly what I was thinking the whole time.
It reminds me a lot of like a nation that's just constantly conquered. And the nation I think of that runs to mind right away, like just not recently, but like for hundreds of years, not quite thousands, but hundreds of years, like Poland, who's just, if you look at a map of Poland over the last 2,000 years, it has shifted so much because of how many times it's been conquered and then reestablished and conquered and reestablished, and like from Russia, from Germany, from Lithuania. Lithuania in the 1400s, and then became the Commonwealth for a while. Then became Poland again. And
so you're saying that it's just the common will of the people after just having been oppressed and basically batted and kicked around for forever. They just like
finally
one day collectively,
the
collective consciousness said, "We're going to stop. We're not gonna take it. We ain't gonna take it."
Historically, though, that usually doesn't happen, though. Like, once you get oppressed for so long, it doesn't usually. It usually takes an outside force to come in as a savior.
There you go.
It usually doesn't come from within unless it's hot. It's a flash in the pan, and it's very, very early in the oppression.
So like now you know what I was looking for in this book. I was waiting to find out that there was like someone,
generations of oppression usually don't rebel. Well, I mean, they'll have small rebellions, but nothing like successful.
Right.
It's usually when you have like the first.
This is on a mass scale.
Yeah.
I mean, in the amount of effort it takes to. So I was waiting for this like huge big bad. To come up and be like, "Hey, I'm the one who's orchestrated this thing." Right. Say again.
But was it dense?
Yeah.
But that's the thing I don't get. I mean, okay, what motivated Denth? I mean, so these people motivated Denth and said, "Hey, we're going to pay you," and Denth has been around for hundreds of years. So, unfortunately, that's the reason why the logic isn't quite adding up to me. Why would I mean, he's seen a rebellion. He's seen a war. So I said rebellion, I meant to say war. He's seen war. He knows, what kind of works and what doesn't work. He's a strong entity. He's obviously got resolve for days. So what was it that he saw in this besides money, which I still don't know where they got the money from? Where did he, see, oh yeah, this is a great opportunity. I want to be on the side of righteousness, or for him to say, yeah, these pillars of establishment need to be, torn down and made, make way for the new, the new era, the new, world that we're going to develop. I just didn't get that. So that's the part that I felt was a little lacking for me. And I'll just be frank,
like
because
revenge for Basher. Like the revenge on Basher's like, oh, these people want a war. Basher's going to come and try to stop the war. That'll bring him out of hiding, and then maybe I can have my revenge.
I mean, that's a lot of effort for that. I mean, is it possible that, if it's like your sister is killed and, you're like, got like, well, not just sister and friend were killed. I mean, is that enough motivation? Could be.
Yeah.
I mean, could be. It's just that's a terrible way to get your revenge, is to start a war to make it happen. It's like, I don't care if thousands die. I just need to get this one fool.
Well, I mean, I think also, so we can go, now that we finish this book, this is where you can go theory time and talk about the 5 scholars. Because the scholars, although they might be, I don't even know if they're really mentioned anywhere else in the Cosmere that much besides this book. But there's a lot of speculation about like who exactly are they, and you talk about motivations and things like that. Like I guess we could go deep into like how they view themselves. I mean, I think you talk about killing thousands of people. Like I think they definitely have a god complex in the fact that
definitely, yes,
that they view themselves probably as gods and above, like not necessarily Vasher, but Vasher to a degree too, but totally Denth, like that thousands of people don't matter to them, like at that point anymore. Like I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, and again, I'm not saying anything's right or wrong. Those are just the pieces I really wish had been kind of fleshed out a little bit more to really help connect the dots.
And people have committed massive genocide for less.
That's a good point.
So
I mean, a lot of times it's just for power. Sometimes it's for like really like obscure differences between people. I mean,
Cambodia. Like look at Cambodia.
Oh my God!
Okay.
let's not even talk about the Lord
let's
have
talk
mercy.
about massive genocide for like literally like the most bizarre reasons ever.
Yeah.
Like,
My goodness. Every time I hear about genocide within a country, and it's like the blah 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 faction was such and such black faction, I'm like, you're the same people. You have so much overlap genetically between the two of you.
right.
There is no clear delineation between. It is so stupid, and I just cannot stand it when I hear about stuff like that. I'm like, I think about actually just what most recent was it Yugoslavia.
Yeah. The Serbs.
I cannot get my head wrapped around. So what, Serbs and Croats, I think it was there too.
Croats and Bosnians and Herzegovina.
Bosnians and Herzegovina.
It was all of that area. Yeah.
I cannot get my head wrapped around it. I'm like, you guys have so much intertwining of histories there, and then arbitrarily one day you're like, well, we're on this side and you're on that side. You got to kill them.
Yeah. I mean, the Hutu and the Tutsis. You talk about Rwanda.
Oh my God.
Two tribes.
Same thing.
Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah. So sorry guys, we got dark there.
Yeah. Got a bit dark. But
yeah,
when you say killing thousands of people because you killed your sister, I'm like, it's been done before.
Yeah.
Like in real life.
And again, you're absolutely right. It's been done in the sake of much worse
Petty
reasoning,
yeah.
Over the years. So yeah.
And if he's been alive for so long, like he could have been planting these seeds of rebellion for 100 years or more.
Death could have been planting seeds. I mean, sure. I mean, why not?
His sister was killed hundreds of years ago. She was killed during the mini war, and that was
right.
No.
So we're talking.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but that could have been the catalyst, right? She gets killed.
His sister was killed during the mini war. Arsteel was killed later.
Yeah.
Because Arsteel was dating Death's sister, or married, or whatever, and Arsteel came after revenge for Vasher for killing his sister, and that's where Vasher killed Arsteel. Over that. Anyway, yeah. So fun times. There you go. Tree you can drink. I said fun times. So
oh, that's a great drinking game.
Oh, right. Oh my gosh. Didn't I tell you that?
Wait a minute. No, you did not. I need whiskey.
Okay.
Yeah. Anytime Alan says fun times, we drink.
We drink.
Does Fish think I'm sleepy?
That has to happen.
Is it because I have a coffee mug?
Whiskey o'clock.
Yes. Whiskey o'clock. There you go.
Yes.
Fun times. Go.
All right. Now, so now it's official. Now it's official. So now I can actually do it, right? Yeah, but fun times, drink. Love it. I like it.
Yeah, Rock and Robin came up with that idea.
I love this idea.
Yeah. So anyway, chapter 56.
Always a fan of R2. Wait, R2, what do I call you guys? R2 Tree 2. That's right. R2 Tree 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. R2 Tree 2.
Wait, what is Tree drinking?
Yeah, that's our ship name.
What are you drinking?
What you drinking?
Like a coffee liqueur.
Coffee liquor?
Ooh.
It's like
is it a fancy one, or is it like one of those ones that's just like standard you can get anywhere?
It's just standard. It's just like Kimura.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just curious because I was, always curious about stuff that you can get there that we can't get here. So I just want to make sure that it was something exotic. Yeah, I will make sure that
No, I don't know actually where, because my grandpa stocks up on the bottles because it's like his favorite thing. So we still have like tons of them.
Okay.
So
I have a caffeine allergy, so obviously I've never heard of it, but I'm glad you said it on mic. So like if I want to go listen, you said it's called Kimura, right?
Kimura, yeah.
You got to smuggle some stuff down from Canada. Smuggle some stuff across the border. Get some of that good stuff.
It's from Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Mexican coffee liqueur. It looks like this.
Okay.
Oh, I've seen that before. I'm 100% sure I've seen that before.
So
it's in the same area where like Kahlua and all that stuff is on the ABC. But you don't see it all the time. But I know I have seen it. 100% sure I've seen it before.
Yeah, and this doesn't have like a cream in it because like a lot of the coffee liqueur.
Oh, you like Kahlua?
Like my stomach doesn't.
Is Kahlua the one that doesn't have? Kahlua doesn't have cream, right?
No, it doesn't. Oh, I thought it did.
I'm pretty sure Kahlua does.
Maybe there's like flavors.
Yeah. Oh, Sorry, I mean just like if it's the thing I'm thinking of, I think regular Kahlua does not have any cream in it. It's just like coffee liqueur, nothing else.
I have a friend of mine. His favorite pastime is smuggling like innocent things into other countries that are illegal. Like when I say
Into
innocent,
eggs.
like that kind of like something like really small that's like that's not really that big of a deal, but it is illegal. Like so, produce, for example, is really a big no-no to take to other like a lot of countries are very much against you bringing.
Pretty much every country is against you bringing produce across the borders.
So he loves to smuggle in produce to other countries. It's hilarious. Like his name is Matt, and I remember we were in Singapore. And he flew into Singapore to visit us, and he smuggled in a Red Delicious American apple, which are gigantic. If any foreigners are listening to this, we have these gigantic apples that are like genetically enhanced that we have in America, which are stupid. That how like that does those kind of apples don't exist anywhere else in the world. It's just why. But Red Delicious apple, so this giant apple. And he's walking on the street of Singapore. He pulls it out and starts just eating it on the street. And like some random person walks up to him and is like, "Where did you get that apple?" He's like, "America." Like it's just
every time somebody does something like that with privilege, I'm always thinking to myself, I'm like, that's the reason why you end up seeing a white boy get caned on TV.
Exactly. It's like
he's like, "Oh, I'm privileged."
So he's smoking an apple.
Relax that nonsense, my guy. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like Thailand is great to go to. Don't break a motherfucking law there. Yeah. All right. Let me say it again, people. Thailand is cool. Don't break the motherfucking law there.
Oh, I was on the run from the law in Indonesia. That's a whole other story though. But
people, when you are in another country and you get in trouble, and they put your ass in jail.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. I wasn't doing anything. Well, yeah. I wasn't
really because you were about to have privilege just stripped from you quickly. I want to see how the American attorney works.
Yeah. I was in Indonesia, and the customs official wanted a bribe for us to stay in the country. My visa didn't expire for another 2 weeks. And he was like, "No, your visa's expired. You need to pay us, equivalent of $300 to stay." And I was like, "Screw you! I'll just leave tomorrow." And he says, "Okay." He stamps me out. So I went and took the sailboat I was on and moved it around to the other side of the island, and just went back to shore and got a hotel and stayed for another 2 weeks.
But you weren't like spray painting buildings or.
But wait, the hotel I was staying at got robbed. So they called the police, and they wanted everyone to have their passports out ready, and they're going to go and interview everyone there. And that's where I went on the run, because I was like, shit, I'm not legally in this country right now. Like, so I left and went into hiding for
but that's different. That's different.
Is it? Is it? I still would have wound up in jail if they
No. You don't think you weren't doing a Chad move. That's not a Chad move, sir. Chad move, but no, that's not a Chad move.
Do you think I would have wound up in Indonesian prison if they saw my passport?
Chad move is walking down the street with a golden delicious.
Oh, sure. Yes, that's Chad move. But I'm saying I still would have ended up in Indonesian prison.
Oh, you sure would have, sir.
Yeah, I'm still in the run.
Absolutely. And again, that's what I tell people. Check your privilege. Don't get strung up with some law enforcement outside the country.
I was running from the Indonesian police for a while there.
Man.
Like dodging,
well, and you were one lucky son of a biscuit.
Yep. I got out of there. I left pretty shortly after that.
The amount of situations you've been in, situations.
It goes back to last week. The situation he was in last week.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Well done, Trey. Appreciate that. Situation. You just coined that.
The situation.
That's right.
Yeah. So anyway, so we're chapter 56. Lavina's outside of the window to the room where Vasher is. And she looks in, sees that Dent's there, Tungfa's sleeping, realizes that she needs to move fast. So she jumps in and throws the ropes at both of them at the same time. Of course, one hits Tungfa and it, wraps around him and wakes him up. But yeah, Dent draws a sword real fast and just cuts the rope. And he's like, okay, that's not going to do anything. And so they get this little scuffle.
I like his maneuver is always stab them in their weak arm, shoulder. That's his move.
Stabby stab.
Yeah. He's like,
predictable.
Hey, you're right-handed? There goes your left shoulder.
Stab.
Oh,
Ooh, Alan's getting stabby over there.
I know.
It's a letter opener, but it's pretty cool looking.
Ooh, it's pretty. Can I
Isn't it
see
I
it
know.
closer up?
Yeah, it's like a rope.
it's a ship's
Ship
wheel.
Ship's wheel.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool little letter. Yeah, cool little one. It's better than this normal one I have, which is just kind of boring. But yeah, it's just letter openers.
I used to keep letter openers. I don't know what happened to all of them. I used to have like really fancy ones. And yeah, I worked for, Japanese company. I got a cool one, and I don't know where that is now.
Yeah, I used to have. I don't know if I still
I'll just
have
get
it.
the crap out of my envelopes.
I had a the Hand of the King pen that's a bottle opener. I don't know. Where that
Oh,
was
nice.
from.
Yeah.
You mean from Game of
We
Thrones?
just
Yeah,
finished.
Game of Thrones.
We just finished.
I had that
Yeah, I
somewhere.
finished Game of Thrones a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
But it's not in here. Nope, it's on that drawer. I don't know.
Mhm.
It's here somewhere. I'm not going to
Oh,
search
well.
all the drawers in the desk. But yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I trust
Anyways, yeah, it's here somewhere. But you can use that as a letter opener too, just because it has the little spike at the bottom. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alan is a letter opener connoisseur. I have 3 if you count the bottle opener as a letter opener. I don't know if that's a connoisseur. I do have one of the what is it, the like motorized
Okay.
ones. There's like one.
Mhm. It cuts across the top of the envelope. Yeah.
Why would you need something like that?
Just because.
Like, how many letters does one person need to open?
I have a
on regular basis?
1980s. I have 1980s electric stapler and electric pencil sharpener. I even have a regular pencil, and I never staple anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the pencil
I don't know
sharpener makes sense. if you
90% of
do
the mail I get just goes
I
in
don't
my
have
hand and
any
it goes straight
regular
to the trash
pencils.
can. Like it goes literally like this, straight to the trash can.
I know,
It
because
doesn't
it's
make
all
sense
like
for you, but it
junk.
does make sense for other people. The letter opener thing does not make any sense.
I just, to be honest with you, though, the reason why I have those two things is for nostalgia, because that's what I had when I was growing up. And I remember it's like, I feel like I'm back in elementary school. That rush sound when you put the pencil in, and they always had a light on it.
Yeah.
That actually lit up to tell you that the motor was running. I was like you couldn't hear it or something. I was like, what's the light do?
We got one of those for our kids, a pencil sharpener, the little old school ones. Yeah.
Oh, is that the and it's got the little shavings drawer you pull out, and they have the smell of shavings. So I like the
Smells
smell
so
of pencil
good, right? That
shavings. It's
As soon as you said
Look.
pull the drawer, that's the first thing I thought. Like, oh, the smell.
Hey, it's referenced
so
in You've
good.
Got Mail. He's like, oh, he said, I would send you a bouquet of freshly sharpened pencils. And it's like an instantaneous reaction. You're like, I know that smell. Yeah, graphite and oil people, you know it.
Yeah. You've seen it.
I love the smell of like all our supplies, like paint.
Yeah. Oh, I do.
brushes.
And a good
Pencils.
art supply store.
So good.
That soft rubber eraser smell. Love that smell.
Yeah.
And then there's something different about like charcoal pencils obviously have a smell, and then colored pencils have a different kind of, it's like a little waxier type of smell. I
Yeah.
love
It's
those
also
two
good.
smells. They smell
It's also
amazing.
good. I need a craft store candle.
Mm.
You could be onto something right now, Tree. You could make a craft store candle. It will put you in like a creative mood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just put that thing on like a warmer, let it heat up a little bit.
You got a good Etsy idea there. I think you're on something.
Hey,
You can sell those.
yeah, put it on your store. Make it happen.
Yeah. Well, if I didn't live in a studio apartment right now, room to make some candles. But alas.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you
wow.
go. So
Maybe one
yeah.
day.
So stabby stab.
Stab in the shoulder. That's
Savannah
right.
gets stabbed in the shoulder. She's able to get a little bit of her breath back and passes it on to Vasher. It's like, here, I can't really do this. Here, you take it. She's like, dumb girl, you should just ran.
I like the fact that she gives him the breath, and you think it's going to be like, Popeye the sailor getting some spinach. No, he gets his ass handed to him. Like, she was like, what the fuck did I just do? I just give him all this breath, and he's doing not a goddamn thing with it.
Yeah.
That was like the best sobering point in that chapter, because I was like, man, you just think this is the turnaround.
Nope.
And he's just like Ben said, he was like, you are not strong enough to have killed any of these friends of ours, or my sister,
Right.
our friend. He's like, no,
Yeah, she notices real
The
fast
logic.
that Vasher's not that good compared to Dent. He probably is amazing compared to like the average person, but Dent's really good.
That's a good point. I mean, but not that we really had to see a lot of it because basically he just throws the sword at people and they kill themselves.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to do much.
He's a scholar.
You know?
He's a scholar, right?
He's a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah. But yeah, he's losing pretty bad, and Siri goes to get close to the window, and Tunk Fall then grabs her, and can't get away. But then the cloak brushes against her cheek, and she's like, "Is he that dumb that he left my breath in his own cloak? Because I put it in there right as they're kept." Oh,
yeah, but she's saying she didn't say it right?
No, she did. They just gagged her right afterwards, so she couldn't give it a full command. So she put the.
Is that what it was? Okay, I thought she said that she. Okay,
no, she put it in, but she couldn't give it a command yet. So she just gave all that breath into the cloak, but she didn't tell it what to do. So she's been sitting there for like weeks now, or days, or however long it's been. But when it brushes against her face, she's like, "Are you dumb enough to still be wearing that?" Okay, command phrase, go. Attack Dent. And and Tunk Fall goes flying across the room, like bouncing into Dent, and but that still only buys them a little bit of time.
Right.
Yeah. Catches Vasher by surprise, but then it causes also him to like kind of trip and fall out the window. And Dent then orders a squad of lifeless down to go kill Vasher because knowing that he survived. He's like, "Do you think he survived?" I think Tunk Fall's like, "Do you think he survived?" He's like, "It's a 3-story fall. Of course he survived." Like, no.
You think he's gonna say? You think it's gonna say the exact opposite? Like, it's 3-story fall. There's no way he survived. There's like 3-story fall. Duh, he survived. Go get him. Yeah.
Go get.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we switch to Vasher's point of view as he's falling. So, anything from all that point of view before we switch back to Vasher?
No.
Okay. So we switch back to Vasher. He's falling down, and he uses his rope belt to catch the wall and slows fall and does all the cool stuff and use it like on his legs to support him as he reaches the ground, and then he calls it back at the last second. He's kind of throwing it out, pulling it back, doing all this cool stuff to slow it down, right on the wall. Gotta be cool for an anime scene. But he gets down and picks up a sword, and and the men are already running to kill him. So he awakens the clothes on 2 of the fallen soldiers, and 50 lifeless come around the corner, and Vasher hears Nightblood. So
I like the bringing the 2 outfits to life. That sounds pretty cool. I'd like to see that image.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they get cut down. They get a little crafty when they get cut down and everything.
Yep.
So, and there's the 50 lifeless come, and then it's like, oh, you better do something.
Yep.
And then it's stabby sword time.
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
I go kill him. And we finally see him actually wielding this thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like really wielding this thing, which he has no choice. I mean, it's 50 lifeless. I mean, this is not a throw the sword at him and hope to like persuade him to do the thing and the thing.
Right.
This is a whole different situation, because then it's like the greed and all the things, and then you pick it up, they fight each other. That's not happening with lifeless. They're like, they follow commands. So
but he dices up them with the Nightblood, but it's also draining him at the same time. So
he
uses Nightblood to cut through the walls and ceilings, and then he throws Nightblood aside. He's like, all right, he has barely enough breath left.
And the whole time that he's explaining, because it's like this countdown is going on, like the number of breaths is being used.
Right.
It reminded me so much of that scene in Aliens where it's like the little ticker that's on the side of the gun that shows how much ammo they have left. It's like I could just like imagine it's like a little ticker that's just ticking down the number of breaths he has left, and it's just burning through it.
Yeah.
Sure, you got the ammo, you got like the power, but it's like just brrr. You got to think about how long this guy has had these breaths, for years and years and years to keep him alive all this time. Of course, you get to that later in the book, and he's just burning through it.
Yeah.
Quickly, and it seems to be burning through quicker the longer he's holding the sword. And I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's like going up, not it's not going exponentially, I think.
Right.
Maybe it is. I don't know. But
it also explains why when someone draws Nightblood that only has one breath, like a normal person that has only their own breath, like they always die immediately because
now we see. So now we finally see that's what it is.
It sucks out their basically their soul. It eats their soul instantly, and they turn to black and just die. That's why they're all black and
right. That's where the blackness comes from. That's where the smoke is always coming from. Is because basically it's just like taking breath.
Yeah, just eating the breath.
Yeah. Oh, so that's why it wouldn't work to throw it at the lifeless because they don't have breath, right?
Yes.
They don't have the life force anymore. So.
Right. So it does no good.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, as soon as he gets inside, basically a dueling blade gets dropped in front of him, and it's Dinth challenging Vasher to a duel. I challenge you to a duel.
Yeah, he's pulling the old terrible villain thing about let me give you a weapon.
Yeah.
So you can fight me because I need to fight you on level ground and everything. It's like, is that really necessary? Just stab him in the face.
Prepare to die.
My name is Nico Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
You killed my sister. Prepare to die.
You killed my sister. Prepare to die.
That's actually if they write it that way, it'd be perfect. I don't think it's gonna be a comedy, but prepare to die.
You never know; they might listen.
They might. Yeah, Brandon Sanderson is a big Princess Bride fan. I mean, he wrote Tress based on the Princess Bride. So
that was actually I did go back and read that, by the way. After we finished the book, the whole thing about his love for Princess Bride and how much of it aligned. Because I picked up the vibes like right off top. I was like, this is so obviously similar.
Right.
It's sure enough. He was like very upfront about it. He was like, half of the book is pulled from that. I was like,
right. Yep.
Cool. Appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's much worse movies to base.
Right now with
to base a story off of.
Right.
So I went to go watch Princess Bride. It was like a day before the director was murdered.
Reiner.
What the heck are the odds? And then the same thing just happened with Catherine O'Hara. I was like, I should watch this. It's so funny. Something came up about her, and then she died. And I was like, I'm not like
name something that's funny. Pretty good odds she's in it. The lady was a comedic genius, and I remember because I had been watching her like religiously for forever. Like when I used to have to watch Second City stuff like on it would be like on like independent shows and stuff on TV. It was never mainstream or anything. They would show like old clips and stuff. Her and Eugene Levy have been doing this together for like 60 years, or I feel like I'm exaggerating, obviously, but they've been doing it for forever, and they have been these comedic just giants. And then, of course, when Schitt's Creek came out, it's like everybody finally understood. This is the reason why these two are like a match made in comedy heaven. Gone too soon, by the way. She was on 71. There's no way. She should have had like years and years left. So.
I know. That's why I feel like I'm cursed, because that's twice now recently that I'm like either trying to watch something that didn't work or talking about something, and then that person, it's like something happened.
I can remember, by the way, and Alan, maybe you know better than I do. The Second City people. I know Rick Moranis, John Candy, Captain O'Hara, Eugene Levy. I can't remember all the people, but it's like, I mean, you're talking about powerhouses of comedy came out of Second City, though.
Eugene Levy, let's see, you named some of those. Catherine O'Hara, John Candy. I'm looking right now. Who else did? Are
there any missing?
I mean,
I feel like there's someone missing.
Trying to think of who else. Andrea Martin, Catherine O'Hara, Tony Rosada, Robin Duke, Rick Moranis.
Right, Rick Moranis I named. Yeah.
Peter Wildman.
Oh, okay. There's another good one. See, a
Yeah.
lot of these guys are like character actors. You don't see them like everything. They don't star, but
Right.
you know them and you know how funny they are when they're in a scene with somebody. But yeah, that whole troupe, though, they were amazing. So
Yeah. I mean, Second City in Chicago is a great comedy.
absolutely, man. That troupe was. Yeah, I'm pouring one out just for
Well,
her
there's
because
the school is great. Second City Improv School. I mean, that's where they all started, and then they made the Second City trope after. I mean, so many people have gone to the Second City Improv School.
oh my goodness.
My brother-in-law went to Second City Improv School. He did comedy writing for a while.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he ended up dropping out of the because he didn't like performing live, because that was part of it. You had to go and perform live and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a few of those like those comedy troops of royalty. Second City was one. What's the one that like Amy Poehler and Tina Fey and all of them came from? There was an LA one, which is like, I can't want to call it a comedy store, but it's not that. It's something else. Then there's the Second City, and then there's a New York one. And those three are basically like the royalty, and they have like generated like generations of amazing comedians. So yeah, Second City just again, I love everything that came out of them and all the movies and stuff they've done. So what I would recommend that you do, if you get the opportunity, like just go on like IMDb and like look up a bunch of Captain O'Hara stuff. Like, have you seen Best in Show?
No.
Watch Best in Show. It's again Eugene Levy and Captain O'Hara together, and they kill it. Every scene they're in is, and it's supposed to be like real. It's supposed to be like a mockumentary. It is so funny every scene that you're in. I guarantee you'll love him. Oh, Fred Willard. Fred Willard, I think he wasn't SCTV. I can't remember where Fred Willard came from, but he was also in that same type of genre.
Yeah.
He was also like Modern Family, some other stuff. He was in Best in Show, so many movies. Yeah. Sorry guys, we get to the comedy hour.
Yeah.
Discussions, but yeah.
Okay.
All the
But you brought up one of my favorite comedic actresses of all time. She legend, goddess of comedy as far as I'm concerned. So yes.
Yeah. We're starting Schitt's Creek tonight because my partner's only seen a couple episodes and I've seen it all.
Wait, I got this book.
So I'm like, so but yeah, we can get back to the book. Oh, when Alondo gets back.
Oh, he got really excited. He has show and tell.
When you watch the show, she's known for her eclectic vocabulary. And one of the books I got just because of that was this one called Lost Words, Coming Up with Snarly Gosters. This thing is hilarious. It is like all these obscure words. So these are the type of books that she was reading at the time, just to kind of
I love it.
Pick out all these words. I got this just because of her in that show. And it just got me into getting these obscure words and stuff.
Boulder Dash.
Yeah, but
Poppycock. That's Poppycock.
Oh man, it's something you probably heard of. Like, I mean, but and I like the fact that everyone of these, it's got like an animation that goes along with it.
Oh, nice.
So it's like shows like something like what the person looks like or something like that. So it's like a little descriptive thing. But anyway, yeah, when we get into it, I want to hear all the opinions about it. You know, when you guys get into it, I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I can rewatch it.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm hoping,
Oh, so you've watched it before, and Robin hasn't. Okay.
Rockin' Robin has not. Well,
has not.
A couple episodes, but not the whole thing all the way through.
Okay. Nice.
Cool.
I could watch it on a loop.
All right. Chapter 57.
Yes.
All right. Chapter 57. Start with Ciri. Bluefinger's leading Ciri to the top floor of the palace. And this is where the black stones start to alter. So, and the bodies that I already see black.
Oh no!
No, when it starts to change. This is when he sees the black stone altar. Sorry, that's not. I read that wrong.
I'm sorry.
Fast forwarded way ahead. No, but they see the black stone altar. So,
okay. I was like,
priests. Yeah, there's bodies of dead priests that have been brought back into the ring.
Okay.
And this is also, it might be here later in this chapter where they explain, Bluefingers explains he's going to make, no, it's later. Never mind. I just read it. It's later.
I know where we're getting to. Okay. But now we're caught up. So, all right.
Yeah, so it's where the black stone altar is.
Because this is where it starts really quick cutting a lot.
Yes.
It's like a couple sentences, and then at least I feel like it's a couple sentences, then there's a couple sentences, and it keeps changing perspective. And I kind of got lost. I was in the middle of my workout, and I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss where it changed perspective here?
Yeah, so it goes to the light song almost immediately, where he just looks up and sees the God can get thrown to the cell next to him. Right. He doesn't even care. He's just like, I failed Blushweaver. I failed everyone else. Who cares if the God King's going to be jailed too? He's just kind of down on his.
He keeps hearing him yelling. He's visibly terribly upset and everything. And then he notices he's like, he doesn't have a tongue.
Yeah.
Something's missing here.
Yeah, he notices that. Doesn't have a tongue. But we don't get to what happens until
we don't know anything.
A little bit later.
And all we know is, and then he says the phrase that pays, and then that's the end of the scene.
The scene. Yeah. No, not that's later.
Oh, that's later? Okay, but I know it's in the same chapter.
He gets thrown in. It's the same chapter. Yeah, he gets thrown in. And
this is the part. Okay, he first gets thrown in. Okay, got it.
He gets first thrown in. It flashes right to Vasher. And Vasher is holding the dueling blade weakly. And Dent starts asking him, he's like, how did you manage to kill Arsteel? And Vasher doesn't say anything. Then he attacks Vasher and stabs him in the left shoulder. Always the weak arm.
Always the weak arm shoulder.
Hokey
pokey, stabby, stabby.
Yeah. It's a really quick scene here, and then we got to Ciri, and this is when they're having the whole conversation about why Bluefinger needs to kill her, and Bluefinger's apologizes. We're gonna make it look like a ritual thing or whatever, and she stands up. She's like, at least have the decency to kill me, standing up on my feet. If you're gonna kill me.
I love the fact that he turns her distaste and disdain for them and their religious, credos around. And it's like, it's like eating crow, basically. It's like, see, all those time you were like talking how terrible their religious, rituals and all that stuff are. And now we're going to use it against you because, it's going to be enough to say, oh, look at how these heathens do the things that they do. And it's going to get them all riled up even more.
Yeah,
it's a well played maneuver when you really think about it in that aspect. So,
yeah. And then we switch back to Light Song.
Yeah.
So he's crying. Right. And that's when he notices that the God King is pounding the bars and moaning but not speaking. And that's where. And then he flashes into a vision first.
That's the reason why I knew earlier when I said that's what he does. The thing it was like no, because he's got to have the vision, and then all the visions start to line up.
Yeah, so. He has a vision of the Red Panther, which then he remembers that's the name of the ship.
He
remembers all the events leading up to his death, like the storm.
Sneeze, bless you.
Yeah, the storm and
almost there. I feel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he's attempting to lash down the barrels as as a wave hits the boat and washes his niece overboard.
But she was trying to come out and help, even though she shouldn't have.
Yeah. And, still holding the rope in his hand, he leaps in after her, managing to find her in the water and throw a rope around her ankle.
Yep.
Before being pulled down to the depths.
And it's just like something just happened where he was able to just miraculously get that rope on her, get it tied strongly.
Right.
Tightly in a way that she could be retrieved, and then he just goes down into the depths. Yeah.
And he remembers and then he snaps back awake out of his vision, not sleeping. He just snaps out of his vision and realizes, I can do something. I am a god. And realizes his purpose, and that's when he sees the God King doesn't have a tongue.
Yeah, he was kind of given a choice, by the way, that he was kind of given an option to basically not
return,
to die, essentially. And then was like, hey, if you return, and it's like, you're going to stop the war. And it's like nothing more, nothing less. You just know anything more than that. So you're like,
this is your purpose.
Yeah, this is your purpose. You had one job. And he's like, I take that job. Yep.
Yeah. And as he's about to get executed, the God King he reaches out to Light Song, and that's when Light Song grabs the God King's hand and says, the phrase, "My life's yours."
The phrase that pays.
My breath is yours.
Yep.
And the God King, and we don't know he gets healed immediately because it flashes back to Vasher. But
we don't know anything. He's just because you're wondering that moment. It's like, well, what is giving him your breaths due? But then it's like you got to remember who's giving the breath.
Right.
It's one of the gods, right? Not just the general person, and they're also not just giving their breath to like material or something. So,
yeah. So then we flash back to Vasher, and Vasher's fight with Denth is not going well. Denth's landing a lot of blows as they talk. Vasher offers, to make Denth forget all the terrible things he's done. He's like, I've learned a trick to do it, and he actually pauses to consider that. He's like, nah, we don't deserve that. And he raises the blade for the finishing blow, and Vasher touches his leg and just, What was that?
Says the phrase that pays again.
Oh.
There was some weird noise.
Yeah, there was a weird,
sound like someone talking to the mic.
Voice or something.
Yeah. You didn't hear that, Alondo?
It was creepy though.
It was a creepy voice. Anyway,
it was so creepy.
Sounded like someone was trying to talk through the interwebs. Got a ghost in the shell.
Ghost wants to be on the podcast so bad.
He wants to be so
I got things to say about this book.
Yeah. Anyway, he goes and gives his last remaining breaths to Denth. There it goes again.
There it is again.
Yeah. And falling to.
Wait, are you guys hearing my Nas?
What is that?
It's a Nas.
What's Nas?
I have a network attached storage device over here, and every so often it clicks.
It might
makes
be
some noises.
That might be what it is. The mic might be picking it up.
Yeah, because
it sounded like a voice.
Oh, a voice? No, this is just like a click. It's just like a click. It just goes off like every few seconds.
It sounds like more like
because it's swiping data across 4 drives, and so it does that every few seconds. But you said something like a voice? No, it's nothing like a voice.
No, I don't know what it is.
Well, here's how we can tell. I'm gonna mute myself for a while. Yeah, tell me if it actually happens anymore.
Okay, there you go. So, Vasher touches Denth's legs and gives him the breaths, and in a moment of I would only describe as ecstasy, Denth falls to his knees in pleasure of getting all these breaths. Yeah. It's it reminded me of have you ever heard of the statue called the Ecstasy of Saint Teresa? It's in Rome.
I have, yes.
Okay. So I mean it's a famous, anybody who's listening hasn't heard it. It's a famous statue. It's in a church in Rome, off the beaten path, but it's where an angel is stabbing and the face on her is an orgasmic face. It's really controversial at the time when it was made because it's like mixing that pain and pleasure together of being stabbed at the same time. It's like the righteousness stabbing. So it's that, this scene reminds you of that because he has the pleasure of getting the breaths while his throat's being slit. So it's like the mixture.
It was not like he can control it.
That's a good connection.
Yeah. So, yeah. And that's when Vasher, as he's dying, tells Denth, you want to know how I beat Arsteel? No one ever suspects. Breaths are worth so much money. No one ever suspects that you'll just waste them and immediately kill someone and they all go to waste. No one ever suspects.
You missed another gift opportunity. No one ever suspects.
What was that?
Oh boy.
No one ever suspects. The Spanish Inquisition. You said no one ever suspects. Man, that's
no
you.
One ever, oh man, I'm
that's
not
you
on
all
that
the Alan. You're usually on top of that one.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
I dropped.
That was you all day.
Yeah. I should have known better than that. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
That's right.
So yeah, no one expects to give them their breaths either.
Right. And he's obviously used it twice.
Right.
And to very good effect.
Right. Which is also explains in the beginning of the book why he had so little breath and how he had to take most of that breath from that guy that was dying. He's in the process of rebuilding breath. So you kind of learn that he's been through this, that why was he so low on breath in the beginning? And it never explains it, but you got to think about it. He gave away all his breath.
He has to keep doing it every time. Every time it comes up, he's giving away all his breath, right?
Right. But that was his little secret. So yeah.
So was Claude Arsteel?
Yes. That's not confirmed in the book, but it's confirmed in Brandon Sanderson interviews. Claude.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And
so.
Jules dated Arsteel, so that's why she had so much love for him and brought him back. Yeah. So
see.
That's that. So yeah. Claude was Arsteel.
Wow.
Yeah. Full circle, huh?
So I didn't know that. I didn't get that. So
yeah, well, that was confirmed in I think in an interview with Brandon Sanderson. So
wow. I mean, I don't think there's enough notes there to really make it seem obvious, though. But I mean, but you say that now, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
In retrospect, sure, it makes sense. But
right
at the time, I would have never put 2 and 2 together there.
Little hints like how good he was at fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
Arsteel was compared to other lifeless. Yeah. Because he was on another level. Yes. And it was said that lifeless have some remnants of the skills they had when they were alive. So it's not like all of a sudden they all become like, even keel. Right. You carry over what you knew in life into.
And Vivenna says it almost seemed like it sometimes like he wasn't lifeless, like that you could see something in there. Like and that carries over, I think, just being one of the 5 scholars and living. So I don't know if that's where that comes from, but like Vivenna did say at one point, like it's almost like he, almost, yeah, that he actually cared, kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he was like protective.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah. So this is when Ciri gets tied to the altar. That I skipped ahead here and demands to be died standing up, which Bluefingers agrees to.
Yep.
And places the blade on her chest. And right as he draws back to deliver the blow, the building begins to shake. And this is when all the black stones start to turn white and the entire room just bursts into colors. And
the doors explode.
And like tons of cloth come flying in, wrapping everybody else and just beating everyone down at once. And because when you command basically an entire arsenal of breath, it's like.
And I will make another Dogma reference and say this is exactly what happens when they let that dude die.
Right.
In Dogma, and then God returns.
Right.
And by the way, it's interesting you brought up Dogma because I literally that scene in Dogma where they pull him off of life support and then God returns and then everything, the doors of the church blow open and everything. That's exactly what I thought of, like that scene where it's like all of a sudden, she was like right there in the precipice of death and then just like he's there, it's like, I got you guys. I got you, fam.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep. Burst of colors, and as Bluefinger tries to ram the knife through Ciri, Cesperon stops him.
Yeah, wraps him up with all the
cloth.
Things. Yep.
Yeah. Ciri's bonds are removed, and
he uses cloth to do everything by throwing the scene. Like,
oh yeah. Yep. And that's how we end this chapter.
Like the touch, the feel of cotton.
Then we get to the final
fabric of our lives.
We get to the final chapter before the epilogue, which epilogue's really important in this book, obviously. But Vasher eventually says Vivenna's point of view. Vasher finds Vivenna in a closet and sets her free. He tells her that Dinstead and Tunkfall and Jules have escaped. They don't know where they went, but that he failed because the lifeless army's already marched. And it's already marching towards Idris, and there's no way to stop it at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So, yep. And they're like, "Is there anything you do? Can we send the armies? Can we do this? Can we do that?" It's like they won't catch up in time, and those are mowed down by the lifeless. So
Yeah, what army?
yeah, there's not much of an army. The lifeless is the army.
Right. I mean, it's like they have like a bunch of like trained, like, armies. I mean, the idea was always we have these 40,000. That's our army,
Right.
Yep.
With respect to Ciri, so Sebron leads Ciri into the depths of the palace, where he had been kept captive. Ciri sees all the bodies everywhere, and as well as the bodies of Blushwaver and Lightsong. And this is where Cesperon explains that Lightsong gave his life to heal his tongue. And Ciri's like, and he's like, I never met the guy, and it's like, Ciri's like, he was a good person.
I didn't get that part where she says.
Go
ahead.
Sorry, you go first.
You were speaking first.
I was gonna say, a couple weeks ago we were talking about, when Lightsong got stabbed in the leg, how quickly he would heal, if he'd be able to heal that. And I don't know why at that point we didn't think about the God King getting his tongue cut out. Like, if they could heal super fast or whatever, then you'd think that would eventually like reheal itself.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, reheal itself is one thing. I think about like cutting a finger off. There was the healing and regrowing something. So I didn't think of it as that.
That's fair.
Yeah, so I didn't even go there. But interesting theory though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they all gather around the rest of the priests and try to work out how to stop the lifeless. And we switch back to Vinna. So anything from all that before we go back to Vasher explain to Vinna how hopeless everything is?
No.
Yeah. Well, that's where we're at. So Vasher's explained to Vinna, like, everything's hopeless. There's no way of doing anything. And she insists there has to be a way. And that's when Nightblood's like, yeah, there's definitely a way. Like, you definitely can. And Vasher's like, shut up, Nightblood. He's like, you don't know. His name's not really Vasher. You know that, right? He's one of the 5 scholars, right? You know that, right?
Well, he's giving away time periods. And she's like, wait, hold up. Wait.
You just sealed him up yesterday. It's like, yesterday. It's like, yeah, the mini war ended yesterday, right? And it's like, yeah, Nightblood has no sense of time.
Right. So it's based on like the timing. And she's like, whoa, mini, what? And now it's like coming together.
Yeah. Yeah. So
by the way,
Doughboy
theory correct on this one, by the way.
Yeah.
The statues were mentioned too many times, and I was like, there's something by these statues. Now, of course, like I said, I didn't go there because I was like super intuitive as much as I was thinking about Harry Potter. At the end of Harry Potter, they bring the statues together at the end, and I was like, oh, statues. I didn't think about the fact there were bones in them, but keep going.
Yeah. So Nightblood suggests using Khaled's phantoms, and Vasher's like super reluctant, but Vinna's like, please, like, we have to do that. And he's like, we don't have enough breaths to do them. It's like, the God King does. He has enough breaths. And like, Vasher's like, do you really want to give your enemy Haldrian like that much power? Like, you don't understand what you're giving up. And she's like, no, at this point, like, I trust them. Like, I don't know why, but like, we have to do something. Like, otherwise Idris is going to be destroyed. So switches back to Ciri. Ciri and Sebron, they view the lifeless army marching away. And Sebron, suggests using the breaths to try to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
But, they figure out that wouldn't work. And a guard appears saying, like, hey, there's someone to see you. And they're like, we don't trust them. And like, it's like, but they had the royal locks. And Ciri's like, what? Huh? And he turns around, like, I mean, it looks like my sister, but she's wearing some raggedy ass clothes and like has a sword and like,
and her hair is changing color.
Yeah, all the things that she would not expect for his sister to be like, debased and like, not of that upper echelon of excellence that she used to bring back in the day. No, now she's like the common folk and
Yeah.
acting like one of these hoods out here.
Yeah. But Vinna runs up and gives her a big hug and is like, Siri, I finally found you. I was trying to save you. And she's like, well, this is my husband. I don't need to be saved. I'm good.
I hear your efforts are kind of half-assed anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And Vinna's like, I need you to meet someone like right now. Sister Brent's like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this is Vivida, Siri, and Sebron, wait for Vasher, is given a garment to change into.
His strip search, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
And basically, so he couldn't awaken anything. And Vasher comes in to talk to Sebron and tells him the real reason why, he's the reason why the god's tongue's cut out.
Wait, let's back up just for a second, though, because he goes into swole mode.
Before that, he says, I'm the reason why your tongue's cut out. And he says that first.
Right, that's right.
He goes to embrace the God King and says, and they don't really, because from Vinna's point of view, you can't hear what's being said. But then you can see him starting to swell up as
he swells up. It's like his face, like all the raggedness of his face and stuff, cleans up. And he becomes clean shaven. The whole
peace giver.
Yeah, he just becomes the guy. And then it's huge respect from Sisebra. He immediately is basically my liege almost, the difference in my he's he recognizes instantly. He's
yeah,
oh, you on that next level, even without breath. He doesn't have the breath or whatever, but he just knows in that moment. He's because again, he's learned. I mean, not by way of what Sirius taught him.
Right.
He's been taught scholarly, texts for years. So he knows right off top. And I that was a great scene, the way that unfolded, because he didn't have to have anybody tell him whatever. He knew on his own. He was you may not all recognize. I recognize,
Right.
All it takes is for me to look at him and be
yep,
you're one of them.
My liege, and drops to his knees.
Remember before you were saying there's gotta be a god above the God King.
Right. And here we go.
There you go.
Here it is.
Here it is, right here.
Go.
Yep.
He was there the whole time.
Was here the whole time. Yep.
And Vasher gives Sisebron the command phrase. What is it? My sins, or something like my.
It is something like it's something about my fault, or
to wash away my sins, or something like.
Yeah, something is where he's admitting fault, essentially, whatever the phrase is. Yeah.
Right. And and it explains that all the Daenerys statues in the city are lifeless, and they're Kalad's phantoms, and it's what in the statues? No, they are the statues. There's bones in them, and that's how we're able to awaken
Because
them.
the bones can't stand on their own.
Yeah, because bones can't stay together on their own, but held together in stone. It's we figured it out. The problem is they're so powerful. That's why he never wanted to ever use them again. It's because it's I mean, think about 1,000 stone army. It's
1,000 stone army. And putting it into perspective, 1,000 stone army, he's worried about how dangerous they are up against 40,000 lifeless. He's sucks for you. We about to take down your people. Oh, and by the way, they travel faster. They fight better. You
they're
can't
pretty much indestructible.
What are you gonna do? What could you do against the stone army? I mean, nah.
Yeah, without modern cannons.
My brain's trying to figure out the articulation. If they're just got stone knees and arms, how do they just
right. Where's the joints? How does it all? Yeah. I feel you, but we have to suspend a little bit of disbelief. I mean, we have been playing around with the singing sword all book, so I'm okay with it.
That's true.
I mean, they might have rotating, joints and stuff like that. The stones might not
That's
be.
true.
I assume that it becomes animated some way or another. I don't know how. I'm suspending disbelief.
Yeah, think about the giant. Was it Neverending Story, or is it Labyrinth? It's never in story. It has a big rock.
Yeah, it has a huge rock, dude.
Rock
He eats
eater
rocks. And he eats rocks. He's like,
Yeah, but he doesn't look like a carved statue. He looks
No.
like he's put together by rocks. And if there's like, you know, a little bit of articulation in those rocks, that makes sense.
Have you ever
I don't
seen
know.
Gargoyles in the 80s? There's a great 80s.
I love that show.
Yes,
That
I
was a-
have. So you're saying they go by gargoyle rules?
Yeah, they go by Gargoyle rules. Pretty much.
Nice. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
It checked out.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it. They're basically just gargoyles.
Okay.
So, anyways,
Gargoyles.
gargoyles. Yeah. And that's how we end this chapter. Is them just being able to awaken the bones, and we get to the epilogue. So, yeah, as the epilogue starts, the 1,000 stone soldiers are leaving the city to go chase the lifeless army. And Vin and Vash are talking about what happens next. And Vasher's like, well, I'm planning on leaving. And Vin is like, well, I'm going with you. It's just like, the hell you are. Like,
Nice try.
like you got so much stuff you can do with your life right now. You can go back and be a princess. You can do whatever you want. You can stay with the God King. I'm sure he'll give you a nice spot. You can just be luxury. You don't need to keep on fighting these wars. And she's like,
Nah.
I don't want to go back to that crap. Like, I want some adventure. I'm going on an adventure.
Yeah, I like the fact that at least they're like a little sobering about it because it just doesn't math, you know, in terms of breath and all the things. So at least that's like brought up,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
So then we get into the seriousness of this because he's going to be burning breath. I mean, so unless we give some breath at some point in time, he's going to exhaust it all, and it's going to be
right.
Deadville, I guess, you know.
Yep. And she, asked Vasher who he really is. And he's like, I mean, I don't know before I was returned, but I've gone by many names, Kalad, Peacegiver, and says a bunch of other stuff. And, and she says, wait, so you started and into the war? And she's like, life's complicated sometimes. That's kind of how he is. Like, you change your mind, you start things like, okay, now you fix this.
Yeah, well.
But then he reveals that the names of the other 5 scholars, you had Denth, Shashara, Arsteel, and Yessteel. And it looks like Yessteel's returned. Arsteel's brother.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one who apparently has made a more potent form of alcohol for lifeless.
Yeah.
So Vasher plans to do something about it. Vivina's like, keeps on pressing him what his real name is. And Talaxin, which was the name of the 5 scholars. He's like, well, when I was first returned, the name they gave me was Warbreaker. Warbreaker the Peaceful. And that's how we end in the book.
Now we cue Warbreaker 2.
Well, there is no Warbreaker 2 yet.
Well,
We go to Words of Radiance.
Words of Radiance.
Yeah, so good book. Again, some plot holes for me, but I wasn't gonna super stress about them. Generally, I found it very entertaining. Though I was curious about who the Warbreaker was, like the whole time, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I was thinking the Warbreaker was about the breaker of this war that's coming, not the war that already occurred. So I was like, even though technically he's the Warbreaker for both.
He's
wars.
Warbreaker. Yeah.
For both wars, but he was reluctant this time around. He had to be like kind of coerced into it. So
yeah, I mean, well, the book starts with Vasher. It starts with him in the jail cell, waking a little straw man and escaping, and it ends with Vasher, explaining that he's Warbreaker. Yep. So
he's Warbreaker. Sure.
The whole book's has all this other stuff. It's really just all about Vasher. This whole book's just it's all Vasher.
Yep. It's called the Vasher Chronicles. That's actually the subtitle. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So him and Vivina run off the sunset, and we don't get any conclusion as far as if the lifeless will stop. We assume it was, but at
this point in time, it really doesn't make a difference. I mean, the main thing is that that they can explain what this whole conspiracy was.
Yeah.
They have enough bodies and what have you, enough people that they can try to corroborate with. Unfortunately, they lost a lot of those priests though, which is unfortunate. I really wish the priests were more. The priests were alive, but they gave of themselves. But really, at the end of the day, the main person that's really important is the God King.
Yeah,
I mean, because the God King's gonna be like, hey, look.
So there is a working title for a sequel to Warbreaker. Apparently, I'm just looking this up right now. They call it Nightblood. But right now, it is slated behind the Elantris trilogy, which they're going to do, Mistborn, Era 3, and even potentially the next Stormlight book. So
wait, they're making a trilogy out of Elantris?
Yes, he's making a trilogy out of Elantris. He's making Mistborn Era 3, which I'm not going to give you the name of that yet because that's kind of spoilery. I will eventually.
Lord.
I cannot believe he's making a trilogy out of Elantris.
Yeah, what the heck? Yeah. If there's anything I want less of, it's Elantris.
Well, that be better.
I feel like Elantris is good. He was just young.
He was young. This is his first book he wrote.
I really feel like he had the structure of what he wanted to write, and that part is well done. But some of it was just a little.
Let's put it this way: Aeons and Elantrians become really, really important later in the Cosmere, so it is important for them to do more.
And you can already tell that there's some importance there. So I'm not super surprised, which is the reason why you'd want to revisit that so you can build it back in. Yeah.
I still don't understand why we need trilogy, but
you would think just
more.
You would think just maybe one sequel and be done with it. Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, then Mistborn Era 3, which we have no idea if that's going to be a trilogy or 4 books like Era 2 was. But yeah, who knows? And then, of course, then eventually the Stormlights will start back up for the final arc of Stormlight, which is the 5 final books of Stormlight. Yeah. So he has a lot to write, but he's also announced now that he's putting a lot of the writing on back burner for right now because he's now writing all the screenplays for the movies and TV shows because he kept full creative control.
Yeah, we'll see how that works out because that can be a gift or a curse.
Yeah, so he's going to be writing all the screenplays. So
writing books versus writing screenplays is 2 completely different things because when you write a book. When we read a book, we are willing to suspend all disbelief. Yeah. And imagine the world ourselves. Whereas when you see something and it's being told to you, it's really hard to be like, okay, ignore everything you know about life and how worlds exist and everything. Suspend all of that, put all of that aside and just listen to me and believe what I'm telling you, no matter how fanciful it is. That's hard sometimes.
At the same time, and we'll get to it eventually. Like when we get to White Sands, you get to see his graphic novel that he wrote. That's kind of like writing storyboards in a way. I mean, comics are a little different, I know, but it's a little closer to writing storyboards.
It is.
However, a great graphic novel. I mean, I love.
But most people that read books are of a certain level, and I'm sorry to say this, and I'm not trying to disparage anybody, but there's a certain level of intellectual baseline when it comes to writing a book and people that are readers.
Sure,
they are willing to invest into a completely imaginative world and all the things that go along with that. There are some people that are basic and they're like, I want you to spoon feed this thing to me and I don't get this. Why can they fly? Why can they blah, blah, blah? I don't understand why those purple dinosaurs, it's that kind of stuff. And I think that that's the thing that might hold it back.
Yeah.
Because fantasy is kind of hard when it comes to that. Now, Game of Thrones is great because it walked a very fine line between magic and dragons and things like that. It didn't go too far one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, the very first season of Game of Thrones, there was no dragons in it. There's no real magic.
No dragons. There's dragons at the very end. At the very, very end.
In the very beginning, you had the White Walkers, but it was very vague and just kind of
and it happened in one scene, and you could people are exposed to zombies, so they're okay with that. They were like, yeah, sure. But a
the
lot of
rest
his
of the-
worlds, it's some really out there stuff if you really think about it. So I wonder how that's going to go over. So I hope that him writing the screenplays for this is going to be effective.
Sure.
We'll see.
No,
Just all we do is wait and see.
Hopefully, still works with the team. I mean, that's the idea.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
will.
I mean, he worked on the Wheel of Time show, and it was
As a
pretty good.
producer, he wasn't in the writing room though.
Yeah, I don't remember him being
writing.
aligned with writing. Yeah, so I didn't know he was
Yeah.
a producer. I just know he had affiliation, but that's all I knew.
Yeah, they put him on as a
And
producer.
he was
but no.
grumpy about some of the changes. So.
Yeah, he recommended some changes, and they said no, and he got.
Oh no, that's a shame.
Yeah,
what a loss, man. That could have been something.
Yeah,
I'm excited to see what he does, regardless. And then we can.
I mean, I think one of his biggest critiques was that, and it was one of my critiques of the first season of Wheel of Time was too many fake out deaths. Like, and I didn't like that.
that's a trope though that happens when you have to do something with a big name studio.
Yeah, I know.
They do that, and once you start getting the executives involved, they ruin everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay, I know it's going to work here. I know it works, what people want to see. And I mean, some of the best things you see on TV had to be fought for vehemently by like writers and, the showrunners and stuff. I mean, these people like work tirelessly, like as a passion project. And you have like some like exec who's like, you know what? You should have more in that young boy hook up. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Please stop.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know when Amazon, I talk about Amazon trying to put their spin on it. And this is actually, I think Rafe and Sarah Nakamura had a fight for this because when they first pitched Wheel of Time to them, they said that the wolves would be too close to Game of Thrones and they wanted to change Perrin to talking to bears. And they said, absolutely not. Like, that was actually an interview I saw where they talked about
Baron.
Yeah, like where Perrin talks to bears, and they're like, "No, we're not doing that. It's wolves." Like,
yeah, and the wolves are different from Game of Thrones.
You get writers that have never read the books, and they just see it, and like, no, let's do this.
That's the kind of crap that happens. By the way, people they have no idea what they do because the moment what you need something that number one brings the base so that where there's like a baseline of like, let's just call them the 10%. They will launch it every week regardless because they are like passionate about it. Then you're going to have like the 30% over top of that. And usually the 10% will help inform the 30%. And then beyond that, it's just basically word of mouth, is the growth that happens after that. So if you don't have the 10% base because you've changed the story so much, you're already sunk.
Right.
You're already selling especially when you're talking about a multi seasonal, franchise type thing. Imagine if Harry Potter had said, what, they're right vacuum cleaners. Let's just do that. Let's just make that happen, right? We got a contract with Roomba. All right. We need to ride vacuum cleaners.
We need product placement. Because Dirt Devil's paying us a bunch of money, and we need
right. Yeah. Now I know in the second book they actually go in and they have this old beat up car. If it could be a Acura Legend, we'd really appreciate it. It's like no, that makes no sense, Yeah. So that's the reason why I think it's important to keep that artistic integrity.
Yeah.
For all of these projects. Yeah. So yeah.
Anyways.
Anyway, good book in general. I liked it. I liked the themes of it. There was a lot of recurring themes and patterns, which I appreciated in this book.
It's pretty.
It is pretty.
It's pretty.
I like the visual imagery, the imaginative visual imagery the whole time.
Yeah.
Finding out that, of course, it was the worst reveal of all time. It'd be like, oh no, the royalty is actually, part of the return. Of course they are. I mean, the thing about they can all change their appearance, that part I was like, I really wish they had kind of explored that a bit more, given more evidence of that, other than saying, oh, they can change their hair color and they all look like the way they want to look. That part I was like, that's a little weak.
Stormlight will kind of explain that a little bit more, I think.
Listen, I don't want spoilers,
Yeah.
so I don't want to put you in a situation of tell spoilers and stuff because I don't want you to, give me something where I'm like, now I'm already thinking about how it could impact another book. But what I was saying though, in this book, it didn't quite land. I was like, I feel like some of this is like stuck on after, concepts, versus like something that really made sense along the way.
So we need Warbreaker 2.
And yes, we need Warbreaker 2. Yep, that would be
the working
good.
title for it's not Nightblood, which that's the working title, so that probably won't be the final.
Yeah, Nightblood. That's a great title. I like that title because it gives continuity, but doesn't have to be about Nightblood entirely.
Right.
It can just be like he's just like a, I say he. Look, it does not really have a gender, of course. They just are a representation of a perspective because it could be like Nightblood just as an observer, just watching what's going on around it, right? So, who knows? But in general, I like how imaginative it was. It's he's really good at coming up with magic systems that don't conform to what you've typically seen. So I continue to appreciate how he like really goes outside, colors outside the lines. He's like, we've done this thing. How about this with breaths? When have I ever heard of any magic system relating to breaths?
Yeah.
I don't think I've never heard of it, so colors. I think I've seen something with colors. I'm trying to remember what it was and it's not coming to me, but it was something like colors or music or something, but breaths
that has something to do with colors.
Yeah. So I found that entertaining.
Colors, Care Bear stare.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to think, was there anything else? So I'm trying to think of, the suspicions and or theories that I had that I got right. And I know I gave a lot of them out and I can't remember now off the top of my head. I don't know if you guys remember if anything I said was like, hey, yep, he nailed that one. The only thing I'm proud of is I got the stone statues. I got that one right. Because I felt like the was like he was trying to be surreptitious about it. I was like, you mentioned it.
Say it out loud.
Huh?
It only counts if you say your theory out loud, Alondo.
I did say it out loud. I said it like 3 weeks ago.
The statues thing?
Yeah, I said that I felt like that the statues were another army. Because I felt like
on that day.
I felt like, oh, that's right. You might have been ill. I'm so sorry. That's right. Anyway, but I felt like that there was a possibility that there was something there. Because he kept making reference to this like ethereal army, and then you hear about this magic army. I mean, again, Chekhov's gun. Don't mention something and don't actually have it show up, and then he keeps talking about statues every so often. Even when it was like, geez, why am I blanking on her name now? Not Siri, Siri's sister. Why am I blanking on her name? Thank you. When she is like even downtrodden, at some point in time, she like runs by a statue or something and mentions it. And I was like, of all times, that's when it happens to be mentioned that there's a statue. Right. I was like, yeah, this statue is trying to show evidence of the fact there's a lot of these things around.
Sure. Not
like one or two or something like that. So that's the reason why I focused on that. Other than that, I did, I would say most of my theories, I think I got most of my theories wrong. I would say I maybe got 10% of my theories were right.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember you having too many. I mean, I remember you bringing up how you think Dent is way older than he seems. I was like, that was pretty good when you said that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
that was good.
Dent is way older.
Yeah, I knew he had to be up near Vasher's age.
Yeah.
Right? Had to be. So
Yep. So favorite character?
Ooh. I've gone first. I think I checked the tape on this. I've gone first like 3 weeks in a row or something. Because either I was the only one on or something. So I'm gonna relent to the lady. Please feel free to
You just go
Come
first.
with your
Okay.
yeah. Go ahead, go first.
I'm going to. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna pick Ravenna, but I'm like, now I kind of want to pick Light Song.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna pick Light Song
Oh,
for his
Okay.
sacrifice.
it's a good pick.
Good call. I knew who mine was going to be the whole time I was in these chapters. Without even like no hesitation, Larmar. I mean,
Good one
when I
too.
think about the fact that this guy served his brother because of what he did for his daughter,
Yeah.
the whole deal. I mean, we don't know what happened to him at the end. He was just heartbroken. He wasn't dead, like they didn't kill him, but he was. I'm just like, you talking about a guy that went through the things, and I just want to give him just shout out. So
Yeah.
Larmar is going to be my guy. Not even a question.
Yeah,
So I
that's
had
a
no
good
doubt about it.
one too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can give it to
Oh boy, here I go killing again.
good old Nightblood. I'm not gonna give it the Nightblood.
That's your go-to now. It's Nightblood. You gonna kill it again? Nightblood. Sure.
Who to give it
That
to
so good. Yeah,
here?
there's a lot of really good big moments that happened.
Yeah, it's hard
I
to
just
end the
I
book
was
because
gonna pick Ravenna
everyone got a
'cause
little bit of something, right?
You know, I'm gonna
Yeah, and
if I had
Ravenna
to pick
had
like
so
kind of a serious joke tip that it's not from these chapters, but just the true hero of this entire book is Tippy.
Tippy, I didn't even go Tippy.
Yeah, because I never got to pick Tippy either way. Right? So Tippy's there somewhere in my heart. He's there.
Tippy's around.
Tippy's there somewhere. The squirrel's there.
Yeah.
I love Tippy. He was a good character.
Tippy was great.
But yeah.
I would love to see it. Now that the book's over, I can actually go and look at like fan fiction. I want to see the fanfic of sorry, not fanfic, but images of Tippy.
Yeah. Well, next time we're going to be starting Words of Radiance. It's going to be about a month before we record, but anyone that's catching up to us that has been not following us along, it's just watching these, years from now or whatever. This seems like next week for you guys. But
that's right.
But for those that are following us along, we're doing the prologue in chapter 1 of Words of Radiance next time. It'll be about a month before we record or have new episodes. We're taking some time off between books, but we will be back with some Words of Radiance. Just letting you know, we haven't forgotten about you. This will still go back, watch some Warbreaker, but yeah, we'll be back in March. It's
miss you guys.
Yeah, well,
we'll miss you too, but hopefully we'll see each other on the other podcast, so maybe Alan can like put a little plug in for right now.
Yeah, we have a new podcast. It is launching in April. In case you're into something that's completely different than anything I've ever done before. So it has nothing to do with fantasy books. It has nothing to do with books at all. Well, I guess maybe some episodes might have books. I don't know. Sometimes they will. It has everything to do with the weird, strange, and conspiracy theories. That is basically in a nutshell. Not entirely plausible is the name of the podcast. Launching in April. We're covering everything strange. We're gonna have different rotating hosts. Alondo and Tree will both be on that. Ian and Chris will be on that. Plus, we have a host of other characters and hosts that are joining us. We're adding some more as well. So you have different faces, different people, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you're interested in watching us really just go down deep rabbit holes into complete nonsense, that's what that podcast is going to be all about.
Not that we don't do that here too, but
we do that here, but we have something
there was supposed to. Here we do it by accident.
Yeah, there we do it accident. There it's
by accident.
Purpose. The whole purpose of this is to go down really strange rabbit holes and have fun with it. So, looking forward to launching that. We've already started recording episodes. We have 3 or 4 already recorded.
And it's already been a lot of fun. So.
And it's been a whole lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to that podcast launching. That's gonna be in April. So, but yeah. So check out Not Entirely Plausible. We're already on the social medias too. If you want to check us out there too. All sorts of conspiracy nonsense. This is just fun. It's fun. Anyway, yeah. But
use this month to catch up on this though.
Yeah, or catch up on this, or wherever you want to catch up on anything. But
it's part of the fact that Alan's been doing a great job continuing to upload episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm
on this channel.
working on it.
Check our back catalog, guys. All the episodes are out there.
I try to at least once a week. If I
He's been on it.
I try to. Between running 3 podcasts now and fully trying to launch a new one.
He's a workhorse, people. Yeah.
It's a lot of work. Sleep. What is that? So yeah, how we can find us is at cosmereads.com. It's a website. Find links to all sorts of cool stuff. Go support us on Patreon. We really do support or love that. It does support us in a lot of different ways. Matri has a new camera. It is a great way of supporting us in our endeavors and with different budget things, because it's not cheap to run a podcast.
It costs money, people.
It costs money. It's nice if you guys support us.
Yes.
We don't get paid by YouTube or anywhere else. I don't run ads on this podcast, so some of that's offset with the Real Reads does have that, but yeah. So yeah, I'm not saying I never will. We get large enough.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I never will. I'm just saying not right now. So yeah, go check that out at Patreon, or go buy some merch. We do have a few t-shirt designs. We need to do more. We need to change merch sites. Sorry.
Yeah, we need more t-shirts. We haven't done t-shirts since Scott Stank.
I'm looking at.
No, I suck.
That's because I'm not going to use the same provider.
That's not your fault. It's because we haven't come with ideas. We need to brainstorm some ideas.
We have bag of antlers. That's still Mistborn. We need more ideas.
Oh, did we ever come with a bag of antlers shirt?
We need to spread them on.
Oh man, spread them on. We need the cards for spread them on.
Yeah, we need to spread them on. So yeah, we do need to come up with some, but I'm in the process of trying to research and figuring out where I want my merch provider to be. So that could be changing. So prices will change, designs will stay the same, but because we have the intellectual property rights for those. Actually, I don't even know who. I guess Tree owns the intellectual property rights for those. She made them. You own the intellectual property rights for those.
I do.
Yeah,
that's right. So she can sell on Etsy.
Your shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
My Etsy is not at all Cosmere. It is very much abstract art.
So, yeah, go check the website, click the links, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and we'll see you guys in a month. Or if you're watching this later in life, we'll see you next week. Or next time.
We'll see you when you start the next episode. How about that?
Exactly.
Is that what?
Next
okay.
episode.
Yeah, sounds great. All right.
All right,
guys.
Goodbye.
That wraps up today's chapter discussion on the Cosmere Reads. If you liked what you heard, follow the podcast and share with your fellow world hopper. It really helps the show to grow. And if you think we missed something, we probably did. Join the discussion and let us know your theory. Until next time, keep your spheres charged, your metal files stocked, and remember, there's always another secret.